One buck from the Town Fair Tire Studios, the home of the Patriots, the Celts, the Revs, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines.
The NBA free agency negotiating period began last night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Celtics, along with most of the NBA, have been quiet so far. Jaylen Brown remains on the Celtics roster this morning, with multiple reports indicating that Brad Stevens hasn't gotten nearly as much interest in Brown as he originally thought. The big basketball story is LeBron James. He told the Lakers yesterday he's going to play again next season, but it won't be with them. Golden State, Cleveland, and Miami are seen as the early frontrunners for him. Clippers have traded Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round draft picks, a pick swap, and a pair of second-rounders. At the World Cup, the U.S. will play Bosnia-Herzegovina in Santa Clara, California tonight in the round of 32. Late last night, Mexico moved on by beating Ecuador 2-0. Also, France got 2 more goals from Kylian Mbappe in a 3-0 win over Sweden, and Norway scored a 2-1 win over the Ivory Coast. NHL free agency begins at noon Eastern Time. The Bruins' Victor Arvidsson is headed to the open market. Former Bruin Milan Lucic has been hired as a pro scout by the Buffalo Sabres, and the Red Sox lost to the Washington Nationals late last night, 8-1 at Fenway Park, ending a 5-game winning streak. Wilson Contreras and manager Chad Tracy both ejected after Contreras went crazy in the 4th inning following a strikeout by pitcher Cade Cavalli, who apparently said something to him. Even worse, Connolly early left after that inning with left elbow discomfort. This 3-game series finishes up this afternoon. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Super Service Today. Currently hiring plumbers, experienced HVAC techs, and drain cleaning techs for their growing Danvers shop. Enjoy top pay, medical, dental, and vision, paid vacation, and holidays. Apply now at superservicetoday.com/careers. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 6:30.
Diving effort. He's got a breakaway. To the backhand. Throws it in front. Coming to the spot. The Sports Hub.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher
Oh my God.
and Hardy
I just want to print something off a printer.
on 98.5.
Yeah, and then I was trying to get my email up on the work computer, and then it was asking me, you have to go through 17 different things to do that as well.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Very difficult. Good morning. We are Toucher and Hardy, Town Fair Tire Studios, 617-779-0985. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. A big show on the way today, but not as big as the Sports Hub Golf Club that Hardy has got going for the 4th of July.
Yep.
The July 4th, a lot of people be up and about and driving around at 7 o'clock in the morning as there's many activities going on. People have to prepare for the evening's fireworks very early, get fire extinguishers and things like that they may have forgotten. So Hardy is on the case. And you should hear him and Ryan, the brains coming together to fill this hour. Just is like more what to keep out than what to put in.
Well, this is the problem for this weekend specifically, because it is 4th of July weekend, and even though the Sports Hub Golf Club will air on July 5th, I think people are still in the mood to celebrate the nation's birthday. So what we've come up with are the 250 best par or birdie saving chip shots in golf history.
I don't believe that you've done the research to do that. You that's too in depth.
Did you research how to get up and walk this morning? No, these are things that are just inherent.
You'd have to
And
find
again,
audio.
No, it's whittling down. Because, I mean, obviously, we can all name 50 of them. Beaton can name another 50. I've got 300 or 400. So it's whittling down the best chip shots that ended up saving par or resulted in a birdie or, in a few cases, John, better.
Wow. So the Tiger chip at the Masters, where does that on the top 250?
Very pedestrian, but good guess. And that one's right in there. You're talking Larry Mize at the Masters. You know, there and
Tom Kite at the John Deere.
No, I think you meant at the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach.
Tom Kite at the anywhere that he played.
Right.
At the Travelers.
Right. So the 250
Waste
best.
Management.
Right, the Waste Management Open. Yeah, it's got to.
Tom Kite everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how he lived his life. One chip at a time.
Ever tell you my Tom Kite story?
Yes.
Let me tell it again.
We don't repeat stories on this show.
Buick Open.
No bits, no stories. No. You're welcome.
Should get the weekend off with the Sports Hub Golf Club is really what the conversation was this morning. But
A lot of work.
it is.
Yeah, you had to tell Ryan to find something long to replay.
Well, I tell Ryan to please don't. I would prefer I not surprise him by as he is the executive producer of the Sports Hub Golf Club. It shouldn't be a forehead slapping moment. Oh yeah, that thing. That's his reaction every time I bring up the Sports Hub Golf Club coming up this weekend. Like it's news to him that we have to do another show this weekend. That I don't care for.
Right.
But
He's lazy.
he's not lazy. It's just I don't think it's high enough on his list of
His
priorities.
priorities aren't in line with what they should be, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you seem to be, you're like sick of having to tell him what to do.
Yeah. It's not great. It's not great, Beaton.
It was like last Friday. I was like staying 30 minutes late just to finish everything up.
Oh, was it 30 minutes? Was it 30 minutes, or did you have that thing wrapped up at about 10:10?
Yeah, probably like
Yeah,
15 minutes.
Just seem
maybe.
longer.
30 whole minutes. You should be so lucky.
The show's only an hour, though. So it's almost like if you did it live, you'd be, with the commercials, you'd be saving them time.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
What are you doing on July 5th? Or 5th? Yeah, I guess it's the 5th. Yeah, what are you doing? So the Sports Hub Golf Club is on Sundays.
But then someone has to come in and run it, and then we have
No,
to.
you come in.
Oh, and I just stand back there in the producer's studio and do the show?
Yes.
I could.
Remember your original love of radio. If someone was telling you 25 years ago that you would be doing a golf show where you could say whatever you wanted about the game that you love, you would have thought, what an opportunity. I'd swim across the oceans to do that. And now you can't even be bothered to do it live.
Oh, no. Look, Fred, I did it live plenty when there was still someone here, but now the technology is such that someone doesn't necessarily have to be here. It becomes more of a pain for Louth and the scheduling, especially in a holiday weekend, to get somebody to actually physically be here, because this time of year, when there is an actual physical person in studio on a Sunday morning this time of year, 10 a.m., that's the first time there's a live body in here, and it's Garvin. Garvin going to need you in at about 6:45 instead of Sunday. It's only 3 hours and 15 minutes earlier than what you're expecting to have to be here.
I don't care. It's so
So
early.
you don't care? You'll do it?
I did one. We did one for the Masters, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Blind Scott called in.
Yeah, you're Blind Scott, which is rare.
And you were very sad that Fred never called in.
Yeah, and that same
my takeaways
Same
from the
goes
show.
for the PGA Championship and the U.S. Open. Fred was supposed to call in for all three, and so far
Still one major left.
we're over.
I
Yeah.
wasn't scheduled to call in, by the way, or under any obligation. It was just a throwaway conversation among 5 hours of talking together. He said something about and I said, yeah, if I'm up, I'll call in.
Were
That's
you
what
up?
I said.
During the U.S. Open, were you up?
What wasn't I up?
Yes.
Isn't that what was happening? Yes, I was.
You
up.
were up and you were driving.
Yeah, I was with my daughter though, and she was listening to the new Olivia Rodrigo album, which took precedence. And I was thinking, how long do I have to listen to my daughter's music, which got my head out of the game?
That was disappointing.
Yeah, I apologize.
Also disappointing, I had a little something planned, a little something cooking with Scott Allen, head professional with George Wright Golf Club, for this Sunday. We've pushed that back a week. There's a bit of an announcement happening regarding George Wright.
Whoa.
We're not
It's
quite.
closing?
It's not quite. Please.
They're mowing it?
As part of the WPA under FDR during the Depression.
Right, this is commie golf course.
Much of this golf course was built. Well, but
yeah, it's part of the way
putting men to work who otherwise were not employed.
What does
during the
WPA
Depression.
stand for?
No one knows. But it was a program under FDR, and they
for
put
loser hippies.
They put men to work. There weren't even the hippies didn't even exist.
They're called
the
beatniks.
30s. In the years, I think it's still early for beatniks.
Do you know what I'm saying? Roustabouts.
They put these men to work building that stone wall that it goes around the perimeter of George Wright and other
then they
projects
should
there.
have done the rest of the neighborhood.
But this is something separate from that.
Built a wall around the whole neighborhood.
What are you doing?
That's Brookline.
Yeah, Brookline did that.
It's Newton right before the Pike.
Oh, I wish there was a wall. Oh, yeah.
On one side of the Pike.
Yeah.
That's where the wall
The
is.
Pike is the wall. It's a wall of shame. Where are you going? Don't you know?
Stay on your side.
But then there's areas in Newton that would want a wall away from my area in Newton. I mean, it's all
Yeah, those
relative.
Wobbin folk don't want anything to do with you.
No, Wobbin is very fancy. I'll tell you this, is that we all hate each other. Even in our own neighborhoods hate each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hate, you know? And that's the way we like it. The Newton tab, R.I.P. They just put it right in your recycling for you.
No.
The Newton tab, they would come out with a nice paper and they'd put it on top of your recycling box and they'd say, this is where it goes. We just make them and recycle them. It's just a big circle.
Can we workshop the name for a newspaper that I'm starting for our street, which is the cul-de-sac, or as my largely useless neighbor Chris refers to it as the sack? Because, we both sauntered outside around the same time yesterday. He comes out to pet the dog. I'm out there to get the mail. And he's like, and he just says, quiet on the sack today. I said, yeah, except for that ladder that's been on the side of your garage for 3 days now. I said, it's going to be the headline above the fold in the... And I had a moment where I normally am very good with coming up. The only thing I could come up with was the Sac Sentinel, which
that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think the Sac Sun Times might work.
You don't need multiple syllables, just Sac Sentinel.
Or should we go?
Hyphens.
Or should we go a little cheeky and just call it Sac Yak? Which is just the chatter going around the cul-de-sac.
No, that screams message board, and that just screams hate crime.
Okay.
Yeah. So the ladder's been on the side of the house for 3 days.
Yeah,
is he working in the gutters?
They start talking about your ethnic neighbor, and they talk about him in ways.
Which one?
That's gets. I don't know. Hello, a Benetton ad of neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Congratulations. It's not like Newton where it's not ethnic at all.
You were looking for the right word. I saw you searching.
Oh no, it's very ethnic.
You think
we have a big? We have a whole menagerie of people from all over the world.
You
Yes.
think Sac Sentinel?
I mean, you could do something fun, like you could have a golf event called Hold My Sack, because it sounds like cul-de-sac. Hold my sack.
Homasac?
Hold my sack, but
Yeah.
you got to say it. Hold my sack, because to make it sound like cul-de-sac.
But this is a periodical. This is a publication.
Call it trash.
That's not right.
Call it straight to the recycling bin.
Yeah.
Call it One Dead Tree.
Well, whatever it is, the first and maybe only issue will feature that awful, awful ladder situation.
So is it roof? Is it gutters? What's he working on?
He ain't working on nothing.
In theory, why is the ladder there?
I think it had to do with the tree that we took down over the weekend.
Oh.
It's not even his ladder. It's Roger's ladder.
Well, Roger doesn't want it anymore.
Oh.
After it's been left out in the rain, yeah, maybe he doesn't. I mean, it's nice. It's fiberglass. It's Werner. It's good. No, it's a good ladder. But I'll be taking it for myself here soon.
Yeah.
If I didn't have one almost identical to it, I thought it was mine, and I really lost my ass until I realized.
How many ladders do you have?
2, 3.
You have 3 ladders.
Sure.
3 ladders.
4.
You have 4 ladders?
Well, if you count like the small step ladder in the kitchen, and then there is a much larger one that can hold like, paint cans and tools and stuff. I keep that in the garage. And then you got the 6-footer, and then you got the 8-footer. The 6-footer's in the shed, 8-footer's also in the garage.
Why is the 8-footer in the garage and the 6-footer in the shed?
Because I need to get up into the loft of the shed for stuff. So that only requires the 6-footer. The 8-footer goes in the garage for the taller projects.
But you would think that you would have it in the shed because you wouldn't need it as often.
The 8-footer? Ironically, end up using the 8-footer more than the 6-footer.
How many hours a year are you up on a ladder?
Can only use one at a time. I mean,
if you had to really think about it.
I think it's going to be surprisingly low. I'm going to say, because a lot of times you're just up and down off that sumbitch. I mean, it might be 6 hours a year. I'm going to say 30 minutes a month.
To do what?
Well, sometimes you're just rearranging this stuff.
Where?
In the garage.
On a ladder?
Yeah.
You have things stored in the garage on an area where you would need a ladder to get them?
Oh, yeah.
Now that's for how did you build like a storage area?
I didn't. Mark built those, and he did a very nice job. But they're storage. The key to storage, Fred, is getting things off the ground.
Right.
You got to get things off the ground.
Right.
So you got the racks, you got the cubbies, and then you got stuff on. There's great storage on top of the cubbies, and that's where some of your seldomly used items go. But I'd say about twice a year they do need to be rearranged. Or, something needs to be actually taken down from there.
Things need to be off the ground, so you need a ladder to go get them. You need a 6-foot ladder to go get them.
Right. 8 foot.
8-foot ladder to go get them.
Very high off the ground.
That's where you got to put them in the air, where no one can reach them.
Yeah.
I understand.
Makes sense now.
Absolutely.
I knew you'd get it.
Man.
I by the way, didn't really take your advice on this one, and I need to start listening to you a little bit more. I took the boy to see Jackass yesterday. It does not need to be seen in the theater.
No, it's. I'm a little surprised, and then they talk about it kind of openly, but in the reviews of it are just everyone's kind of just accepting it because it is sad that if you're of our age, that they're getting old now, too old to do it. I think Steve-O's my age. Johnny Knoxville's a little bit older than me, but for whatever reason, they're kind of given a pass. It's not really a movie. It's just like a best of TV show. It's like the Seinfeld, the 2 that they showed before the finale, where it's just like, highlights, or when, sitcoms do their 200th episode and it's just a montage of clips. I was surprised at how little new stuff there was, considering that they have a whole new cast of people. It would have been better served not being in theaters, which I rarely say. I think movies are best enjoyed at the movie theater, especially with all the distractions at home now. But it does not need to be seen in a movie theater, unfortunately.
And I didn't know what to do with these photos, Fred. Maybe we could post them this morning since we're talking about it. I just want you to scroll through this one and the 2 after it. This is the movie theater I've spoken of before. I don't want to say the name of it, but you tell me this place looks open as you drive up to it, okay? Now,
Well, they're pretty much telling you don't come in.
Kind of. All right, so here's the front door as you walk in, and that is an open door that you're supposed to walk through.
Oh, wow.
And then there's the lobby where they just have stuff like stacked.
Is it owned by like a theater company?
Yes.
It must be like they must be franchised out, and this person must not care. If you told me this was
given the choice,
like an Ozempic office that they put together just to some shady doctor to unload like a crate of Ozempic, that's
it looks like the place where you had to go to return your sleep study,
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it's unlocked, so there's that.
Well,
But-
this place is unlocked too, but like walking up to that door with the caution, don't walk here signs. I'm like, really? You want me to walk him through here? Yeah, it's fine.
And what movie theater has just boxes of supplies stacked up in the lobby? That is really strange.
This one, and given the choice between this and another one, which you've been to, and I didn't want to narrow it down, but my son said, no, I want to go to that one. I said, we were just at that one like a couple of months ago. You want to go back there? He said, yeah, they have better snacks. And I do have to say, the snack selection is impressive. But everything else about it
Better
says,
than Chestnut Hill?
it was between that and
Dedham?
Dedham, Legacy Place Dedham.
Yeah. That's no walk in the park either.
Well, I really didn't want to go over to Dedham because of the time we were going to be coming back. I'm like, oh, it'll be like 4 o'clock driving back from there. Even the 4 miles I got to go, it's gross.
Bad spot.
It's a bad spot.
Very
You gotta
bad
park
spot.
at Whole Foods there too,
Yeah.
or else you're
Now,
driving around all day.
Let me tell you something, sister. Just go straight into the parking structure. Do not mess around with
Really?
any type of surface parking.
I've not been able to park in this parking structure. I just go to Whole Foods, like to the far away as I have to. I don't mind walking.
Yeah.
I'd rather walk than drive around looking for a parking spot. Yeah, you can't find anything in front of anything. I think they let the employees park there
Yeah, they must.
because it's completely packed.
No, you go straight in the parking structure at Legacy. But he didn't want to go there. He wanted to go to
A lot
this
of
other
foot
place.
traffic, daring you to hit them, almost begging you to hit them.
Pedestrians are aggressive.
No, it's it's really it kind of reminds me of the commute we used to have to do. You especially, Fred, to the old radio station where it was kind of like a daring you. I dare you. I'm going to walk real slow, from my car over here to the Lululemon store, and I dare you to make me walk faster or even approach me in your vehicle.
Well, when I went to Dorchester the first couple times, I took methadone mile, and I'm like, they're trying to get hit by my car.
Right.
Like there are a lot adults on kids' bikes, like oversized adults on kids' bikes, and they would like wheel them in front of your car. It's pitch black out.
Mm-hmm. Were they some of those viral kids doing the wheelies? Were they trying to
No,
get
it's like
swerve real
more
close?
like a huge heroin addict, clumsily looking for disability money and pain meds by going in front of my car.
It was a zombie on a stolen bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were not doing wheelies when they would just pound on the roof of my car, hood of my car, which happened even when I stopped taking methadone mile. I'd get stopped, and oftentimes it was just a crackhead lady, but sometimes she'd have a man with her too, and I figured that the two of them were making each other happy. They were pounding on. They almost was like a funky beat when they were banging on the hood of my car. Like you could hear the love between them.
If you could have recorded that and
complimented
then
each other.
incorporated that beat into like a sweet song, that would have been awesome. Would have been a great backstory.
Yeah.
Where's the original beat come from? Oh, that was
It was Ashford and Simpson, actually. They have fallen on hard times.
some lunatic pounding on the hood of my car. I made that the backbeat for this song.
Yeah. Oh, here we go again. And the lady, she would always have one arm in her T-shirt. And she had a T-shirt on regardless of weather. But she'd have one arm in her T-shirt, so it looked like she didn't have an arm. And I now, looking back, and for the first time, I think she wanted me to think she didn't have an arm. Which was not good, because she was like popping her hand around inside her shirt. Like it was not so.
She was tipping the bit.
Yeah, a little bit. She's no magician, All right, so we'll be back in just a moment. Lots of things that happened yesterday in the NBA, and there was an ejection in the big Red Sox game. We'll be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Coleman.
It's electric.
When you need an electrician, call Coleman Electric. From Boston to Bow, New Hampshire, south to Sandwich, west to Worcester, Coleman Electric has an office around your corner and up your block. Remember, it's not Coleman, it's Coleman. Kuhlman.
It's electric. Turn downtime into playtime at Patriot Place. In between match days, discover great shopping, patio dining, live entertainment, and more. All at Patriot Place. Download the Advantage app to learn more about upcoming events and offers. Patriot Place. Shop, dine, enjoy the summer.
Cold?
we're Toucher and Hardy. What happened last night's brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happens, so change your lettuce and change your life. With Dr. Matthew Lopresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. Hardy, what do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Red Sox, and let's just get to the heart of the matter here. Fourth inning, as Cavalli on the mound for the Nationals, and you will hear him strike out. Guess who is getting all fired up from the Red Sox right now?
That would be Wilson Contreras.
Exactly. So Contreras strikes out. You'll hear Cavalli yell something to Contreras, and then you will hear the melee that ensues.
3-2, and dropped in there for strike three with a sweeper.
Okay.
Now, did he say "sit down, boy"?
He said, "Yeah, boy."
Okay.
All right, one more time.
3-2, and dropped in there for strike three with a sweeper. Back-to-back Ks, and now some words here between Cavalli and Contreras, and both of the benches are emptying, so are the bullpens. And now it's getting physical. It's getting big-time physical. A lot of pushing and shoving here.
Big time physical.
Contreras has to be held back by about
follow up to Olivia Newton-John's hit.
Yeah.
For a baseball.
Let's get big time physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was big time physical.
For
John.
a baseball.
Yeah, it was. When he threw his helmet, it was crazy.
No, there were actually two people put hands on each other and started shoving this time.
Are you sure they weren't on the same team?
Yes, because Michaelis, the starter.
Yeah, I don't know how Michaelis got involved. I didn't even see him in the melee.
That was on the edges, right at the end of it. Him and Eaton got into it.
I know
for some
Michaelis
reason.
got kicked out of the game.
Yeah,
but
he and Eaton both got ejected because they put hands on each other.
Michaelis is a big kid.
Yeah.
Or not a kid anymore. Michael is probably pretty old now. But the the thing is that Cavalli seems like a dick. And he's like out there rooting, tooting. Like I can understand why Contreras got pissed off, but then, and I usually don't like to weigh in on these things because I don't know much about it. But they asked, do you have the audio when they asked him if he's racist?
Or if he thought it was a racist comment.
And listen to Contreras's answer. Like, this is defending Contreras. Like, it doesn't. Not everything is through like a racial. Like, I'm going through Contreras's eyes. Like, it doesn't have to be racist. He's one-upping me. Like, he's trying to big time me. I understand why Contreras was upset. And I understand why he would say something. I don't know why it got to that point where
I can tell you
around.
before we play this, they asked Cavalli, why were you upset at Contreras about something? Apparently, at the end of the bottom of the first inning, and this is if it's too far in, tell me and I'll stop. Contreras is on second base. Duran, a rare non-strikeout out, flew out to left field, and Contreras, going from second base, circled to go back to his dugout. However, he has to circle in front of the pitcher.
And you're not supposed to do that.
He
right?
said, Cavalli said Contreras cut him off, making that circular route back to the dugout, and it was on purpose. Now, Contreras is an agitator. That's what he does. For whatever reason, mammoth bat flips, whatever. He's like daring the other team to get pissed off. Cavalli took that as a slight, and that kind of led to his next at bat in the fourth inning.
That's right. It's emotional chess. That's why you lose 8-1.
Right.
So,
But regardless, they ask him if it was racist, and you can hear Contreras is like, huh? Go ahead.
okay, this is the full exchange here, I believe.
I was talking to Kevin Rudy, so you can go ask him how good that guy was. Like, he has good stuff. I even asked him if he was a trade guy or farm guy, like racing for farm. And then
All right, this is I can't. I don't know how. I don't know what's going on. That's not it.
That's it.
They ask him
Okay,
if
no, I got it
Okay.
now.
All right. It's a lot.
Just a lot of
It's just a lot of
gobbledygook.
information. Yeah, I don't really know where we're at.
Did you think there was a racist connotation to what he yelled at you?
to be honest, I don't know. I'm Venezuelan. I don't know if it's racist or not.
So
but
this is so like that reaction to me kind of was like, huh? Like like that's not the point. The point was that he big timed me and he was being a dick and I don't like him.
Right.
Like just because if he said sit down, boy, then obviously could be. First of all, I don't know. He's Venezuelan. But if you said sit down, boy, obviously you can't say that. I know you can't say that to anyone. I wouldn't say that to anyone. But yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Is different. Now, it would piss me off, too, if someone struck me out and said that. And I might even say something. And then, Cavalli got all, like, lippy, too. And so I understand how this all happened. The only thing about the exchange that bothered me was when they asked him if it was racist, because and I mean it from the other side. Like, I just think that you diminish things when just, like, you're like, well, I'll put it this way. Like, Contreras went nuts. It must have been racist. Like, minority guy gets nuts. It had to have been something racist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, it's a human reaction to a man telling another man, like, go sit down, basically. Like, yes. Celebrating my failures. Like, I'm not like a poor minority here, like, oh, no, look out for me and protect me. Like, I'm a man, and this other man big-timed me, and then I got mad. Like,
you get the exact same reaction if all Cavalli's yells to Contreras is, sit down!
Yes.
Yeah, and especially from Contreras.
Right.
You're going to get the same reaction.
So that's my thing, is that it's like Contreras isn't like some poor soul that needs to be coddled. He's an adult male that another adult male pissed off, and they had words, and it got physical. I think that's a perfect explanation of it. And I'm not protecting. I think Cavalli's a dick. I'm protecting Contreras. I think Contreras has every right to be pissed off, regardless if it's racist or not.
Now he's probably going to be suspended.
Oh, he's going to get suspended. You can't throw your helmet at a guy. You hit someone with it. He's going to get suspended for a game. Yeah. And then they might go 11 games under 500.
You see the interview with Breslow before the game last night?
Of course not.
He's optimistic. He's like, "Oh yeah, I like what I knew it. The robot. Someone told the robot it's okay to be optimistic." Oh,
well, they're only 10 games. They were 9 games under 500 going into the last night, but then they lost that game, so now they're 10 games under 500.
Correct.
But they used to be 14 or 15 games under 500. So things are tracking
looking
the
up.
right way.
Yeah.
Well, meanwheanle, we're in July, and it's not April. Like, you can.
One
much over.
sad part about it is that Connolly Early had to leave the game, leave the game with what's been described as left elbow discomfort. That's not good.
Yes, Connolly.
Not good at all after 4 innings.
What's going on with your elbow?
I'm personally not too concerned as of right now, but we'll see tomorrow with imaging. So just kind of trying to figure out based on the imaging what to do from there.
Yeah, if your elbow's bothering
that's
you,
all we care about at this point. The young pitching, keep those guys healthy.
Yeah, and if your elbow starts, you don't want that elbow. Elbow is the part. That's the Tommy John part.
Oh yeah.
You don't want that elbow screwing with you. No.
Well, you're mentioning Breslow and what he had to say, and whether or not this win streak was going to affect how they operated. We'll hear from Breslow himself for as long as we can take it.
All right, so this good run, 5 straight wins, an opportunity to get a 6th consecutive victory
That's
tonight.
What happens
Perhaps
after 5-6. You have an opportunity. See, you've won 5. The next number would be 6. But if you lose, you start over again.
Slow down.
Now we start.
Wait a minute.
But if you lose, you've won 5 out of 6.
And
that's how we'll phrase it if we talk to you tomorrow.
You go 7-0 on the homestand. We shall see. How difficult.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Could you go 7-0? Yeah, if we win 2 games, we'll go 7-0 on
Sham Sharania School of Broadcasting.
Yeah, you got to be better than that. That's a terrible question. That's a real bad question.
Well, I haven't heard a question yet.
Or confusing, does that make the trade deadline for you?
Well, decisions approaching the deadline are this balance between
Here we go. Here we go. Stop. Just stop.
Decisions are a balance between many things.
Balance between, who kind of you have been and who you think you can be.
Yeah, it's like I was Doug, the band leader and the ringleader of the whole marching band, and now I'm Doug, king of the clubs.
It's like Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Can you soar, or are you going to be grounded on the beach? A bad beach bird.
I can be some hard-ass accountant that doesn't take any nonsense at work, and then at night I can let my hair down and have a couple more zaps.
Did you ever see the Ben Affleck, the accountant? Now, he's an accountant, but he's a real meanie.
Well, he's got he's got emotional issues.
So
he doesn't process emotion like the rest of us. It's sad. I don't know if they should have made it. I don't know if I should write a letter. Now that I think about it, I'm upset.
You know what? I don't like that film. I just decided in this moment.
I saw it a couple times and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I just knew once the sexual attraction was out of the way, something was bugging me.
It made me feel oogie.
Here for weeks now and
Right.
said, I believe in this roster, I believe in this team, and we're going to do everything we possibly can to get back on track, and that our best baseball is ahead of us. We also can't ignore the reality of the situation that we're in. We can't go back and undo losses, so we have to be realistic, and we know we have to win games to put us in a position to where we're capable of making the run that we want.
That's impressively nothing. Really. That's a huge word salad dumped on your head. It said nothing. He almost bordered on the I told you so. Did you see that? Said, I've always believed in this roster. See? 5 wins proves that I was right. He stopped just short of that.
Well, he did say, I've always believed in this roster.
No, but he was going to point toward the 5-game winning streak, saying, see, we're good. I told you we were good despite the record. He was just this side of saying that.
Boy, the American League's a disaster.
Oh, Ken Rosenthal wrote a big article yesterday saying that they're saying basically that laughably the Red Sox are still in it, even though they're terrible.
Yeah, they're not still in it.
Well, that was his point.
I just wish that the team I liked was in the American League, because then they'd be the second wild card with a lot of room to spare.
Before last night, if you were to count the last 2 games against the Rockies, they were 6 of 7.
All right, Zoe. Good for you.
6.
That's brilliant.
She's running out of steam. Even she's running out of steam on the
Oh,
6-7.
really?
Yeah.
You've outlasted her.
Well, I wasn't gonna get mad. I mean, she just
You're just waiting for it to stop.
You can't.
I don't
show
even
any
care
reaction.
anymore. It's just like it's become like a reflex. But now, like I can understand, she doesn't even really want to be doing it. She's just doing it because like her brain's making her
tick.
Yeah, it's becoming like an OCD thing. All right, we'll be back in just a moment with the trade deadline. A lot of things happen in the NBA.
Sports Hub headline.
are. Toucher and Hardy. Hardy, big day in the NBA yesterday as free agency is kicking in.
Rumored to be happening as to whether or not LeBron was going to actually stay and play. And if he would play, would it be for the Lakers? Well, Shams here with the news.
At the center of LeBron James' decision to inform the Lakers today, 6 hours before the start of free agency, that he was moving on, that they can go do their business elsewhere. LeBron James wants to put forth his happiness first and foremost. And what does that exactly mean? Sources close to LeBron made it very clear to me that LeBron...
Easy for you to say. Boy.
Here, now,
just have him write tweets and leave him alone.
His happiness.
Have someone else read the tweet. Don't make him read the tweets. Like his job is to talk to agents and front offices and pry information.
Spread rumor.
Or basically negotiate PR deals to in return for money, or not money, in return for information, which makes him money. But don't make him talk. It's too much for him to talk.
James wants to put forth his happiness first and foremost. And what does that exactly mean? Sources close to LeBron made it very clear to me that LeBron James is not done playing meaningful basketball. He wants to be somewhere.
He's not done playing meaningful basketball. Unmeaningful basketball, he's done. No more runs at the Y on Tuesday nights. Only stuff with meaning. Only if there's a vibe.
Now, contrary report says he wants to play meaningless basketball. I'm vetting those sources right now.
Contend and compete on a daily
basis.
Depends
how depressed he is. When he's pretty depressed, it all seems pretty meaningless.
And so his next home will be motivated at competing at that highest level. It's not going to be financially driven.
Yeah, it's not going to. He's not chasing money. Someone's out there with $100 million for him, and he won't take it.
Great timing by LeBron, too. He waited until after the day that his son's contract became guaranteed with the Lakers before leaving.
I
don't think that's a coincidence. I think he informed the Lakers he was leaving after he made sure that his son got paid. I think it's $3 million next season.
Also, probably not a coincidence, at least if you're looking at the handful of teams that are rumored to be in on LeBron right now. Not a coincidence that Draymond Green opted out of his player option with Golden State. Maybe in a move to return for less money to free up some money for LeBron James. So
they wanted to bring Anthony Davis in and make it like this Fantastic Four. The Wizards aren't trading him. The Wizards really want Anthony Davis. Apparently, the owner's a big fan of Davis and wants him there, and they're going to try and make the play-in round with Trae Young, DeBonta, and Davis as their big three.
Well, everyone yesterday was saying that James is going to go back to Cleveland. That's what everyone was saying.
Cleveland, Miami, Golden State.
Those are the three.
Yeah, the people that I heard yesterday talking about it really just were Cleveland. They were kind of dismissing the whole Golden State thing. It would be cool if he went to Golden State, certainly. I mean, I guess for like an hour.
The oldest starting five ever. That's the possibility here.
Older than that Lakers team with Karl Malone and Steve Nash?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
LeBron's so old.
Yeah. I mean, Curry's 36, 37. Draymond's up there. I mean, you had, I think, on that Lakers team, Karl Malone's had last year, Malone was 40. Gary Payton was like 36. I mean, they had older guys. Horace Grant was 38. He was on that team at the end.
But it would be fun, like, let's be honest, how much Golden State basketball are we going to watch next season? I mean, they're a West Coast team.
Well, they'll be on TV
here?
Plenty.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be 10 o'clock at night at home for their home game. I mean, listen, let's put it this way. You're not going to – you think it's going to be cool and that you're going to watch it, but you're not going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to end up watching Golden State. No. But it would be nice to see for a day.
In terms of the story, going back to Cleveland might be interesting if he hadn't already done it. It's like, no, you already did the going home thing.
Well, conceivably, if he went to Cleveland, they could win. They could win the East. Like, that's the...
Yes.
It's not like he'd go there and just rot just to... there's a chance they could win, which adds a little bit to it.
Miami's the other one. I'm sure Pat Riley very interested in bringing him down there. But if you put LeBron on that team with Giannis and Bam, is that enough for them to win? I'm not sure about that.
No. I don't think it's enough to win in Golden State. I think the best chance he would have to win is in Cleveland.
Yep.
But he would have to be a role player.
God, it'd be close in Miami, though.
I just don't know who else is on that team, so I can't really speak on it.
Well, there's
Cleveland. Conceivably, they could add him without really getting rid of anybody, and like then he replaces Strus, and Strus doesn't have to play so much, and he annoys me.
Why does Strus annoy you?
His floppy hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm with you.
I don't think I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
John don't know.
John don't know about Strus.
So LeBron's leaving L.A. and Kawhi traded.
The Clippers and Toronto Raptors are seriously engaged on a trade that would send Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto. And sources tell me that Kawhi Leonard has made it clear around the league that Toronto would be the only place he would commit to on a long-term contract extension if he's traded out of L.A. And that's at the crux of this situation. The Clippers have not made any commitment to Kawhi Leonard beyond his current contract, which has 1 year and about $50 million left on it.
Isn't it funny that
a player of Kawhi Leonard's
he left
caliber
Toronto after they won the championship?
Yep.
Because they knew they couldn't keep him, so that's why they had gone all in. And now, 8 years later, it's the only place that he would sign outside of L.A. Isn't it interesting how life goes and how perspective changes?
Kawhi to the Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, unprotected first
Grady
round.
Dick, which is the Sanford and Son porn parody.
Is that
That's good.
Lamont is in that one along with Rollo.
I don't know who Rollo is, but I just know that Grady is in it.
Rollo is Lamont's friend.
Of course he is.
Is Lamont gay?
With the hat.
Oh, I thought you said friend. You were saying it like 70s gay.
The man with the hat? That's Rollo?
I didn't watch that much Sanford and Son.
I watched enough. I don't remember Rollo.
Pre-existed my mass consumption of TV.
I don't remember Rollo at all.
No. It was on in syndication, but like on Saturday nights.
Sure.
Like it wasn't
I think
like
Rollo was Lamont's one age-appropriate relationship because otherwise he's just hanging out with Fred and Grady and Aunt Esther.
I remember Aunt Esther.
I do recall Lamont
Rollo
going out, though, a lot. Like Lamont popping back in. Like, because Lamont wasn't on the screen a lot. So, like, he was doing something. He was up to something. He was out with his friends.
Rollo.
Probably Rollo.
Yeah.
Was Rollo also on What's Happening?
Rollo Lawson, played by Nathaniel Taylor. Rollo is Lamont's smooth-talking, street-smart best friend. He's known for wearing colorful, sharp suits and matching hats.
Huh.
Now, was he ever on What's Happening? Go IMDb him.
I'm efforting that right now.
Sounds like a What's Happening type of guy.
Well, I can tell you who was on it, the Doobie Brothers.
That's right. A full episode. Two episodes. Two episodes,
With,
including
like,
a live
3 songs.
concert. Yeah.
Let's see. Nathaniel Taylor. You want
Car Wash?
Let's go to television here. 32 episodes as Rollo Lawson. He was. God, What's Happening as Ike.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was
kind of a perfect circle.
Oh, and in 20. Look at this. He was in 227 as man number 3 in the episode Football Widow.
Yeah, I remember that one. Jack A was really sticking it out in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. All right, when we come back, Adam Schefter. After you have Shams, you have Schefter. Schefter is talking about what everyone's talking about that I didn't know about until late last night. We will be right back.
Toucher and Hardy.
Toucher and Hardy. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. It's funny, I was looking at the ESPN app, and they have hashtag funny video, hashtag NBA, hashtag basketball. And apparently one time Venus Williams, along with Rob Gronkowski and James Corden, danced as Laker girls.
Oh.
And it's strangely not even like embarrassingly funny. It just, James Corden seems to be in his element. He's not dressed as a woman. He's dancing femininely, but it doesn't seem like even, like it just seems like, yeah, he's a Laker girl.
Okay.
Great. Like Gronk, clowning around.
What's the joke? No,
it's just like, yeah, I guess
it's an excuse, is what it was.
He could be a Laker girl.
Very good, yeah.
He could be a Laker girl. Like, good for him. He proved himself. Really, wonder how that World Cup broadcast he's doing is just
this
me
is
in a
big,
fight doing men things. I love it.
big comeback. This is it right here.
I love football and boobies.
The sport ball.
Nah. All right, Hardy. There is yesterday. I saw a clip of Charlotte Wilder on her podcast talking about Taylor Swift was getting married to Travis Kelce, as I did know, but there is rumors that will be happening at Madison Square Garden, which is odd. But good for those kids. Hopefully they stay married a long time.
You know more about this than I do. Is there really a rumor that they're going to...
I think it might be a fact that they're getting married at Madison Square Garden
this weekend. Yep.
I don't get it.
I think the idea is to, I would imagine, have a lot of press there, a lot of people. They're not like selling tickets. I think it's just an ostentatious display of fame and wealth.
That's correct.
All right.
Like it's kind of just like, look at how incredible we are. I'm the most famous person arguably in the world. And I'm getting married to a guy that they call what's the movie, Wallach? They called Travis Kelce.
Oh, you talking about? I know he's in Happy Gilmore too. What movie? Are we talking about?
No.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I just can't think of the name of the movie. We talked about it a million times. That Travis Kelce is like the redheaded kid from the
Annie.
I can't believe the three of us can't think of the name of the movie, and you don't even know what I'm referencing.
No, I don't.
Give me a little bit more. Redheaded kid. What else?
White Man Can't Jump.
Is that what you whispered in my ear? I'm glad I didn't volunteer that.
Jamie Kennedy is the guy in it.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
You know why they called him that? Is because when it is the effect he puts on his voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Malibu's Most Wanted. So anyway, it was unnecessary even to bring up. But
nobody know we represent and honor every single veteran that went to war for us in World War I.
That guy landed the top entertainer in the world. That guy right there.
I wouldn't say landed. I mean, he's marrying Taylor Swift. She's certainly famous, but I mean, Travis Kelce's a large, famous, rich man.
Make a little love.
I mean, I don't look at her as some kind of trophy, Jonathan.
Okay.
Do a lot worse. I mean, in terms of she is attractive and obscenely wealthy. I mean,
I'm just saying that I didn't say that he was making a mistake or doing anything wrong. I just like the idea that he landed her. I find like if he was, working on the docks in Baltimore and marrying Taylor Swift and she was launching him out of anonymity and poverty, I would say, yes, you've landed Taylor Swift. If it was a guy that was busting her table at Applebee's in Fresno and she decided to marry him, like the Lana Del Rey thing.
I was going to say the Gator guy.
The Gator guy.
Okay, now that would be landing.
That's landing. But
Fair
when
enough.
you're rich and famous and you marry someone more rich and famous, especially if you're a guy where age isn't that much of a factor, like you're not going to age out of women anytime soon, then I wouldn't say you're landing anything. You've just decided. In fact, it would be more of a hassle, I think, than anything else.
Would you have considered up until this weekend, Fred, Taylor Swift to be the most eligible bachelorette in the world? Because under those conditions, I think anybody who manages to get her to agree to nuptials has, in fact, landed her.
Let me refer to my 4chan chat about the matter. No, of course. If you really want me to go to my safety deposit box and take out the list of the most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes,
yes,
then I will be forced to do so. But I am not legally allowed to refer to it without holding it and getting the other 2 keys from the keymasters. No, I don't think that Travis Kelce's doing himself any favors. I mean, but listen, if they're in love, who am I? That love is love is love.
You kidding me?
Right, and nothing expresses love like getting married at Madison Square Garden.
I've never been in Madison Square Garden. It's a huge place. There have to be like really nice like banquet rooms and like.
No, the idea would be that they were married on the stage at Madison Square Garden.
No, this is going to be a theater setup.
Yeah,
like stage at one end.
Yeah, they're
like
not getting
concert.
married. They're not getting married in like the Embassy Suites meeting room.
Well, I mean, this is all news to me, so forgive me for not knowing this, but this is the most bizarre thing I could think of.
Well, did you see? I saw this because of Charlotte Wilder. Did you see when he proposed to her? If you think he landed her, he engulfed her in flour. When I say that, I would say that there literally might have been what's not an exaggeration, 100 pounds of flowers. Now think of how much 100 pounds of flowers would be, and there was that many. I mean, like almost a dangerous amount of flowers. Now, I don't know how good for the world it is that they had picked this many flowers.
How many fields got slaughtered?
Yeah, just like genetically engineered. Like how much land of the world it took to make these many flowers.
Yeah.
So he's putting in a lot of at least conceive. I mean, I know he didn't do it, but he had to get the pictures taken and set the whole thing up. They seem for people he's not that famous. For someone as famous as her, she seems awfully focused on how this all looks.
Yeah. Like you would think she's got the level of fame right now where the last thing she would want is a wedding at Madison Square Garden. No, let's go to the most remote, far-reaching point on the planet where nobody will be able to find us, much less photograph it or take part in it. So or maybe they thought that it just wasn't possible.
No. There's a lot of There's a lot of room between Madison Square Garden and like Burma or something. I'll tell you this: is that you would think that they could go Prince or Chappelle, you just kind of I've made so much money and I have so much fame, like I have all this adoration whenever I want it. And I'm being followed all the time. Like I want to, here's my area where this is my life, and then I belong to everyone when I want. You would think that that's what money would buy you, but we have gotten very deep into this. Into the psychological ramifications.
You would think
marriage.
that, your wedding, the actual ceremony, is one of those moments where you would want it to belong to you. I am not giving this over to the public.
Yeah, I'm
not sharing this.
If I'm giving you access, it's at my discretion and I'm going to be compensated for it, and what I pay for in my life is my privacy. Like I want my world to be my world, and then I don't belong to you in that world, and then when I choose to, I can come out. I think that would be when you have an unlimited amount of funds, I think that's sort of be what the dream is. But anyway,
we need more information.
Yeah, so go to Schefter. We just had Shams tripping all over himself trying to just say that LeBron James has informed the Lakers that he was leaving.
And someone said to Schefter, give us 3 minutes, and there's a lot here. There's a lot that people want to know. There's a lot that people are clamoring for.
I prefer to think of Schefter volunteering this to his bosses.
Whatever.
I have to do this.
Okay, John. Fine. Take it that route. I've got good stuff on this.
Yes.
I need 3 minutes to get it all out.
All right. So here is Schefter. Well, it's rocking, that's for sure.
So far.
Each year we go from football season,
the Seahawks win Super Bowl 60,
to the offseason,
the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Delane,
to wedding season.
I wonder if he was sitting with his arm on the editor's shoulder, like his hand on his shoulder, going like, "And here's where you put in the Super Bowl clip."
No, I want to dissolve here. That's good.
I'm not telling you how to do your job, kid, but here's the pick I want.
It's a slow burn. Yeah, we're starting with football, but now we're into wedding season, so boom, let's go.
Only this year's wedding season includes a marriage of pop culture and pigskin, singer and scorer, a beauty, and on the football field, a beast.
Thank you for clarifying.
And the number one, very important. He's not a beast in real life, only on the football
He's
field.
a lamb.
And that was a triple alliteration. I don't know if you caught all that. Singer, scorer, they both start with an S. Beauty and the Beast, that one was already given to me. It's also a book. Pigskin and Pop Star, they both start with P. What the hell are you doing?
Just that noise.
Okay.
Like you know what this needs, kid? That. When was the last time you were editing something? This is this is the last time I'll do it. When was the last time you edited something and you were like, you know what this needs? Like the sound of like pages turning.
Oh, I thought it was a stapler.
Whatever it is, it's just stupid. Like I've been involved in editing audio, at least tangentially, for my whole life, and I've never said this needs a transition cut ever. And all we do is play audio, quite successfully, by the way. And I've never ever thought that needs a transition cut. You non-talented pricks.
Kelsey over the shoulder. He's got the catch. He's got the touchdown.
Taylor Swift is about to marry Travis Kelce in one of the most anticipated and celebrated weddings that this world has seen.
What are you doing?
This world has ever seen.
What are you doing?
This might be the most special wedding that I've ever seen and this world has ever seen. The greatest.
There have been big weddings before.
What? Who?
Princess Diana and Prince Charles.
Yeah?
Kate Middleton and Prince William.
Royalty, yeah, yep. Both of them. They're related, two of them.
And some of the most storied weddings.
Why is there a puck being hit into the net over and over?
And some of the most storied weddings have merged entertainment and sports. Starting back.
Why do they keep playing that
Stop,
noise?
Fred, you're ruining the whole thing.
Because they play hockey at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, this all fits together.
Starting back in January 1954, when Marilyn Monroe married Joe DiMaggio.
And DiMaggio went to his grave lamenting the love of his life leaving him. Did you know that?
Yes, put flowers on her grave every day, every year on her birthday.
Yeah, he should have just blown his head off.
There were other notable unions over the years.
Just randomly, this puck slap. Now it's ruined. Now I'm ruining ESPN for everyone forever. Next time you see a produced bit, be listening for the puck slap.
It's like watching that game with the clicking that you noticed during the NFL season. Ruin it for everybody.
Ruin everything for everyone. Not like anyone's watching ESPN now, but when you start watching it again.
God.
Years, Victoria and David, Georgina and Cristiano, Giselle and Tom, Sierra and Russell, and even last summer, Haley and Josh.
I don't even know what any of this is.
Haley and Josh. It's Josh, the Buffalo quarterback. Why can't I think of his last name?
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen and his wife.
Haley.
Haley Steinfeld?
Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment, that's right.
The kid from the Sixth Sense.
Haley Steinfeld?
I think that's her name, yes.
No.
Actress, YouTuber, whatever she is.
Mr. Sid's daughter?
Right.
But Swift is one of the world's biggest stars. Kelsey is one of the most charismatic players in this country's most popular sport.
Travis Kelce's had a lot of big catches in his career. This would be the biggest.
Now they.
Oh, he threw Bill in there. How about that?
A little old, but
yeah,
she's a pretty good catch.
Yeah, I mean, if you like I like her weight. But yeah, she's
if you're into spinsters.
This is the biggest wedding until my wedding.
If you're just waiting out her dying.
Yeah.
But you can tell Bill this is off the cuff too.
Travis Kelce's had a lot of big catches in his career. This would be the biggest.
Now,
Travis Kelce's had a lot of big catches in his career. This would be the biggest.
They are about to take their own vows. This is what their
Puck's
This is what their fans have waited for since the couple started dating in 2023. When
What are you doing?
23.
You like that?
Damn, you suck.
You like how they randomly put puck slaps in there?
You suck. I wouldn't have noticed this at all.
For no reason.
Blissfully, I would have listened to this and been able to get on with my day.
You would have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you would have really enjoyed it.
No, my point is I could have gotten through this without hearing it.
Huh? When it's benign, when it's stupid enough to just be paying attention to everything, you get a list for the puck slap.
She showed up in a box at Arrowhead Stadium, the biggest star in a stadium that included Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes. From there, their love story grew, along with the fascination that people had with them. Their relationship involved a Super Bowl ring
And the Chiefs Kingdom, champions of Super Bowl 58.
an antique engagement ring,
It feels like, I was on top of the world after the Super Bowl, and right now even more on top of the world.
and now
That was Travis Kelce.
they get ready to ring in their own new partnership. The wedding of the year, maybe the decade, maybe the century, is upon us, and right around this country's 250th birthday. This will be one of the defining.
That was just a silent fart.
This will be one of the defining.
That wasn't even edited in. That was just Schefter after a big reaming.
This will be one of the defining. This will be one of the defining celebrity
In the afterglow.
events of this, or really any era.
Oh boy.
Or really any era. It will be peak wedding season. It will be peak wedding season.
That was it.
Before it's time
I got back to the
back
puck.
to football season.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, it's good to know that what they're doing over at ESPN, the Disney Corporation. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Stay.
We are Toucher and Hardy. The World Cup is going on right now, and the U.S. plays this evening, and people will be very interested in that. Germany lost to Paraguay. Paraguay is a team that the United States beat, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. First match.
So if you go by that logic, I mean, the United States could make a little run, maybe. But nonetheless, Germany, I know, is generally good at soccer. I believe that is the case. And so how did they lose to Paraguay? Well, I know it was like penalty kicks at the end of the game. But I did not know until I heard Felger and Maz. And it's almost a gift because it wasn't Felger's take on the situation. It was his insistence on describing every situation during yesterday's show the same way that led the World Cup situation into my lap. But it did not start that way. It started with Contreras getting kicked out of the game 2 nights ago.
I'm always defending the umps on this one. I can't. That was preposterous. Give me a break, my man. That's one you could have let go and should have let go. He looked that first base umpire looked like
Harry Hardo.
Listen, or you have a small penis, or like that's it's no one's for you. Just as God made you. Some he gives some people big ones, someone small ones. He gave you a small one. So listen, but it's not your fault. You have a small penis. You don't take that out on Wilson Contreras. So on that one, it's the rare one. Well, I will side with Wilson Contreras.
All right.
Well, you wouldn't take it out if it's small because then you would be mocked and ridiculed.
But are you saying that men are overcompensating for their small penises?
You're saying take out their anger. I understand.
Yeah, he's saying that men overcompensate for their small penises and that they go and that's what makes them
it's an
aggressive.
Odd throwaway line, but it just happened
sure,
once.
But I mean, you just let that happen, and then later on in the show,
look at
they stretchered a fan out.
No, look, you want something funny? They do this little sort of like dot generated thing on ESPN.com. Look at where he missed this. Here, watch this. He put it in the mezzanine.
Yeah.
He put it in the
goes
mezzanine.
To like 11 o'clock.
Wasn't even close. Oh, my God. But at least he had the balls. I bet those penisless Germans. 5 guys quit. Wouldn't even take the kick.
Couldn't find the 6 penalty.
Oh, my God, you sackless. And this guy at least manned up and took the thing. That's great. But, all right.
Yeah. So the umpire in the Red Sox game has a small penis. The German national team is not only missing penises, they have no balls either.
Yeah, they have no scrotum and they have no penis.
Right. So what's next for the world of eunuchs?
That's got to be it.
John in Abington, I'm upset about Felger's soccer take. Which specific? What was the most offensive take to the soccer community that
Probably that the Germans have small penises. That would be my guess.
How else do you explain turning down a penalty?
Yeah, right.
It's okay. You're just as God made you. Like I said, who's the first base umpire last night?
Nick Lentz.
Either you're given a big one or a small one.
Is that a German name? I don't know if that's what he's
So
meant.
if you got a small one, you're going to throw a guy out for tapping his head. And if you got a small one, you're not going to take a penalty kick. Put the game on the line.
I wonder what in his life has made him on that day use the penis analogy 3 times.
And here's another phrase, and this is just a guess, but I'm going to stick with it. He recently watched Spinal Tap because the guy who's on the Jeffersons who plays the hotel clerk, and they walk in and the manager calls him a twisted old fruit.
Okay.
That's a long way to go. That's a long way to go.
The guy, he says, I'm just as God made me, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Right.
I'll tell you what the problem is. Yeah, we're supposed to have 7 sweets ready, and this twisted old fruit. And the manager's like, and he responds with, I'm just as God made me.
Yeah.
I think Felger has recently watched This Is Spinal Tap because it's one of the funnier lines in the movie.
I wonder, he says it's what it is. It's a reverse attack on toxic masculinity. He's saying those who are acting toxic must be covering up for something. Perhaps a small penis. Take that, you aggro males. But nonetheless, what happened in this Germany game that I missed?
All right. They had the 5 guys to take the penalty. Then because it went to an extra kick, they needed someone to step up and take the 6th penalty. Apparently, 4 or 5 of the German players were asked and begged off, saying, I don't want to do this. You're not getting me out there. So the guy who took that 6th kick had never taken one before. So he's like, all right, I'll do it.
How do you never taken one in the World Cup, never taken one in a match? I find
never
that almost
taken one
impossible
in
to believe.
International play.
Okay.
He's a defender,
All right,
apparently.
so here is what is interesting for this to me. In a world of analytics, where now Jaylen Brown is the 7th best Celtic, where, they can tell you within, they believe, like 100th of a point a guy's batting average.
Yes.
This is now, for all I've heard the drumbeat, that this is the biggest sporting event in the history of the world. I mean, people say it all the time. They need you to know, and I don't doubt it, that with all the analytics and everything and all the information and all the time that these teams don't account for, if they go to penalties in a single elimination game and run out of penalty guys to take normal penalty shots, they haven't even discussed who was going to take the next one.
What size is the staff, do you think, for these national teams? How many people do they have working for them?
I'm not exaggerating when I say there is no limit. Like there is no the brain trust around one of these national teams.
Let's lowball and say let's say
1,000.
Okay, I was going to say let's say there are 100 people working full time for the last 3 months. On this team, right? You would think if you get to the knockout stage and you're tied, the game is going to be decided by penalty kicks.
Mm-hmm.
You should have a staff of at least 10 people whose only job it is to come up with game plans and scenarios for who we're going to put out there in what order against what team and their keeper, and have it all ready to go. Here's your dossier. Here's the penalty kick Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It's all been decided based on analytics. And how many do you have? 10. We got 10 guys. There's no PK has ever gone this long in World Cup history. But here we go. You're all set.
You could do a psychological evaluation of every player.
You do every analysis that needs to be done.
You could give them all CAT scans and you could figure everything out. I mean, it seems preposterous to me. It's not even that the guys don't want to do it. It's which is weird too. It just can't be this way. I refuse to believe. I'm not going to attack soccer because I refuse to believe that they did not account for.
This is not regular season NHL where, all right, we're going to throw these 5 guys out there, and after that we have an idea. But that's something that they don't even like it. I don't think the players for the most part, but it's something that they have a plan for.
Oh yeah, and they know the goaltender, and they know the goaltender's tendencies. I mean, you could even use that as an example of a positive to the argument that Germany absolutely knew who was going next. Is that that in the NHL, there's no doubt, with a staff that's probably 1/100th of what the German national teams. And when I say 1,000, I'm not kidding. If you take, not maybe that are dealing with analytics and gameplay, but that work for German national soccer, I would guess maybe over 1,000.
Right. But, and again, for the NHL analogy, this is for a regular season game where you're still getting a point. This is the knockout stage.
But they know the goaltender's tendencies. They know where to put the puck. They know who's best suited to go against them.
But Fred,
they've had all these discussions.
What are the odds that one of these games is going to end in a draw? Really good.
A 1-1 draw.
Very good.
It's impossible to imagine this scenario.
Oh, it's actually more likely to happen than someone wins in regulation or an extra time.
Well, considering that I'm just looking at 4 games results, and 2 of them are 1-1 ties.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the other game was 1-0. The only exception being France, 3-0 over Sweden, and the games that are in front of me. I find it. So what's it look like, John? Because I have to admit, I have not seen the highlights. I was unable to find them.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that I saw the highlights of the missed kick and everything. But so the coach from Germany is like eyeballing the team, and they're all shaking their heads and putting their hands up and walking away.
It wasn't on video. It was just a story afterwards.
Okay, so you have not seen a video
I
of
have
it.
not seen a video.
it's
of
right
this.
here.
Aren't you glad I said that I didn't lie?
I have not seen the video of everyone shaking their
let me
heads
see.
and
I'm
backing
looking at
off.
it now.
And he says to him, "You want to do it? No. How about it? No." You can see him shake his head no, and you can see, wait for it, this guy shake his head no.
Okay.
No.
Is this a video from the broadcast?
I don't know
didn't
what's
see
going
that.
on. It's not as obvious as it sounds. It's not the coach. It's some little guy. And he's not even wearing Umbros. But it's like a little player who's going up to him and saying stuff. That's hardly concrete evidence of this happening. John, I'm a little disappointed in your willingness to just go with whatever a story tells you without seeing it with your own eyes. Next thing you're going to tell me is that you believe in global warming. Show it to me.
Shape. He probably does.
He probably does. Stupid. Just like scientists. This guy with all his vaccines.
This show exposes everything,
just
man. You
walking,
can't get away with
just
anything
a lemming
on this
walking off
show.
a cliff.
Go celebrate the moon landing while you're at it.
No,
idiot.
but I understand. I'm just kidding with John. But the thing is that I understand. But I find that I really do honestly find that impossible.
Especially with the way soccer is treated worldwide, you would think they would plan everything down to the nth degree. And if we should go beyond 5 penalty kicks, we have this guy's going to go 6th, this guy's going to go 7th. Everything should have been planned out months in advance.
If I was the only coach of a soccer team and I cared about the outcome of a game,
yes,
I would account. That would be like the second thing I'd account for, maybe.
Yeah, there's no other. I mean, this is number one in your country. Yeah. The Germans have won the World Cup before. This is a huge deal.
Toucher in the real spelling, Toettcher, is a German name. So can I sue Felger for the penis stuff?
Oh, good question.
Because now I am being attacked.
Any lawyers
and I
out
like
there?
I like the feeling. Perhaps I'll write a letter.
Yeah.
How dare he? My people, very large penises.
You know, I feel
at
about the
least
penis
average.
grabbing.
Not everyone's small. How dare he? Rob, go ahead.
So even if you want to make the argument that they didn't think that this was going to happen against Paraguay because you have some bum team like the U.S. beat them 4-1, in the entire history of the German national team, they had never lost from PKs. They've been probably playing it for hundreds and hundreds of years. You think that this would be a national pride to have this planned out?
Yeah.
But do you believe, I mean, you're obviously into it. Do you think that they didn't know what they were going to do?
I think that I think it kind of worked against them in that they didn't want to be the person to screw it up, and they gave it to some defender to do that who had no business.
No, that's not the point. The point is, do you really think the Germans actually got to that point and said, who wants to do it, or did they have it planned out?
I honestly don't. I would say that they didn't have it planned out. I don't think that they did.
Well, that's insane because I'm thinking about it now, and like I coached like Little League baseball, and I had a pitching plan going in case something went wrong, like 4 deep, like just to preserve arms. Like I knew what I was going to do going, and you know me, I'm hardly a dot the I's and cross the T's type of guy. I'm not sitting there primarily focused on detail, but even I, going into a 12-year-old baseball game, would go when Stanley gets tired, Mike will come in, and when Mike gets tired, John will come in, and that's a Little League situation.
So, and this isn't just Barstool had the video up, and then it was Fox Sports had it. This is according to a report from a German newspaper. Leon Goretzka, Valdemar Anton, Nathaniel Brown, and Malik all, the quote, hesitated and dodged the challenge due to the immense pressure.
Wouldn't you rather just take it than be on camera saying no? I'd rather miss it. 1,000 times I'd rather miss it.
The report claimed that Goretzka, a veteran of 73 international caps, was even approached twice by Captain Joshua Kimmich, but declined.
Boy,
Just for my own brain, I'd rather just go out there and miss it than sit there and not take it.
You can't come back and play for that team now.
For PKs, I would go. You know, I used to say this to the guys I was doing the Revs games with. I'm like, I would just kick it straight down the middle because the keeper has to commit left or right pretty much every time. And, you know, I've been told this. Actually, people have tried that, and you look really stupid when the keeper stands still and he just catches it in the middle of his chest. I'm like, oh, well, at least I'm not going to miss the goal. Just kick it right down the middle. See if he jumps to one side or the other.
Well, I know for a fact I wouldn't make it. I just wouldn't. Or if it by any miracle got anywhere near the goal, he'd catch it or block it or whatever the hell. But I would certainly rather do that. I really would, even if no one would know. I'd rather had done it than said no, because you just go out there and it sucks for me. Like, what do you think, you're going to come back and everyone's going to kill you because you lost in the first round in penalty kicks? I mean, this isn't, you know, like Iraq where they were torturing the guys from the national team. Like, look, it sucks, but it's 1-1 going into that shootout against Paraguay. You're not the reason they lost. If you miss that penalty kick, it's not like, oh, we should have won and we were so close. Now, if you're Paraguay and you miss the penalty kick, I would argue that it's far more pressure because you're like, we'll never be in this position again to topple this international power. Like, the fact that it's gotten to this point already by the Germans, like, the pressure's kind of off.
Yeah, the Germans outshot them by a total of 3-1. 3 times as many shots on net during the game.
So it's like, at that point, you know, it's like, well, you're going to blame me because I missed the penalty kick? Like, why is this game 1-1? Yeah. You know, I didn't let in the goal. You know, blame the guys, blame everyone else.
But those 4 guys that begged off and are on video, they can't come back and ever play for that team again.
I just don't know how you can live with yourself.
It's a national embarrassment for that country. Those 4 guys won't be back on the roster in 4 years. No chance.
A guy I coached with in Little League, seconds.
Oh, really?
My preparation.
There you go.
You know.
Same thing.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. Here are the headlines. No idea that this happened. I knew that they had lost to Paraguay or however you pronounce it, but I didn't. And I knew it was in a shootout, but I didn't know that there was this story about guys begging off the penalty kicks and like several, and that in seemingly the German national team not knowing or being ready for that situation, which was simply that there was a tie game and that they went to penalty kicks and that they were even after the set amount of penalty kicks and they had to move to an extra guy. And so seemingly there are stories from German newspapers that players begged out. There's video that's, it's a little iffy. It seems like there's no coaching involved. It's just like some little guy that's in a uniform.
That's the odd thing. Coach had nothing to do with any of this. You would think the coach should have everything to do with this.
Like, take them by the ear and, like, pull them out onto the field.
Either that
Bobby
or
Cox
just
style.
Go out on the field and point, you're next.
Yes. I mean, I was at a Braves game where Bobby Cox walked into the center field and took Andrew Jones by his jersey out of the game.
Isn't that what the manager gets paid millions of dollars for? It's your turn.
And Andrew Jones was a big fella. Any soccer player I'd rather pull by the jersey just about than Andrew Jones.
But as a result of this, all four of those guys who begged off will be forever immortalized as the people who didn't take the shot.
Well, I was telling you off the air, like mentally for me, it would be way better to miss the kick than not take it. What ifs, that would drive me insane. That's the kind of stuff that drives you insane. When you go out and you screw up, you can justify that. It's like, you feel bad, but that goes away. The doubt, the should I? That's the kind of thing that haunts.
I have an email here specifically from an Italian soccer fan. Apparently there was a striker named Baggio who missed a penalty kick to cost him the World Cup. And that guy's been remembered forever as the guy who missed a kick to cost him the World Cup. But that was in a final. That wasn't in the first round.
There's a lot of things about that. Is that things move so quickly now. I mean, if I told you, this is just an example, but some of the things politicians say that are like overtly racist that would get me fired before the show was over, and then the news cycle on that. I mean, Vance said it yesterday. He's like, Watergate would have been a 12-hour news story, and I know what he meant. People, take that a certain way, but I know what he meant, and I think he's probably right. It's like things don't last that long, or that seemingly is infamous. Like, I don't think Buckner is that big a thing. I think that kind of goes away a little bit more than it did. But anyway, beyond that, you're right, John. This is the first round, and the damage has already been done. Like, you shouldn't have had a draw with this team. Like, you should have been, like, if I missed a kick and you're blaming me, the hell are you blaming me for? How do we get in this situation? Yeah. Now, if they're playing, France in the final, that's a little bit different. And I would argue again that Paraguay had way more pressure on them because, when are we going to get in a position to take on a powerhouse like this and be one goal away or one kick away?
If you root for a team that's never won before, everything is micromanaged. People who screw up live forever. Like the Buckner thing when the Red Sox had never won. Once the Red Sox won, people are upset about it, but you forgive certain things. Germany just won a World Cup less than 20 years ago. I mean, they have won one. So missing a kick and losing in the first round shouldn't hurt nearly as much as it would seem to if you're a country like England, for example, who has always been talented and always chokes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to say there's no downside to it, but this guy, if you step up and miss the kick, it shouldn't cost you the rest of your existence on the planet.
Yeah, there's no way.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Fans should be a little bit more forgiving. It's worse to quit. It's worse to quit than it is to miss. I agree with that.
And even if I was infamous, that all turns and it can become like an advantage for you. Like the Buckner thing, he wrote it out, but then when you embrace it, like if you met Bill Buckner, as mad as you ever would have been, you would have had to have accepted, wow, this guy played in the major leagues for a really long time and was really talented. Like, when it's like man to man, like it's easy from like in front of your TV to go, you piece of crap. But then when you meet the guy, you're like, well, he had a Red Sox uniform on, was standing out there. Like, Therefore, in terms of baseball, he's better than I am. Who am I to be yelling at this guy?
It's the Buckner thing just specifically is weird because a lot of people forget this. He came back and played for the Red Sox at the end of his career.
Right. I did
and
know
was
that.
and was embraced by the fans for coming back and playing for the Red Sox with all those bad memories in front of him.
Yeah, if you like go into hiding, it makes things worse. But if you kind of like just make people challenge it, and you're like, yeah, dude, I missed a kick. Like, you're really gonna do this? And then 99.999% of humans would go, oh yeah, okay, I'm being silly. Like, this is a little dumb that you're a person who's better at the thing that I love than I am. Perhaps I should put it back in my pants. All right, anyway. Chris Forsberg is going to join us. A lot's going on in the NBA. If you've noticed, we haven't mentioned Jaylen Brown's name one time in the first 2 hours of this show. But get ready because we are going to.
That all ends
That all ends.
momentarily.
But then we'll stop again. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. YouTube, our friend Chris Forsberg. Chrissy Fors. The Chrisberg. Covers the Celtics for NBC Sports Boston. Mr. Forsberg, hello.
Good morning, friends. I miss you so much.
We miss you as well. How many steps did you have yesterday?
Oh, let me get up the tracker. It wasn't a lot. When free agency hits, I'm tied to the computer and sitting around doing nothing, and I hate it. But I think I got to my 15,000.
Okay, because we were talking a lot in our personal lives about your 20,000 steps a day. It's been a topic of fascination for all of us. It really has been. That equates to like a mini or like a half marathon a day of walking, which I am convinced that your neighbors think that you like have gotten multiple DUIs,
homeless,
and like you almost
wandering.
Like you're on house arrest and they only let you go a certain amount of distance, and this is your only activity.
I don't disagree. I sometimes hear the honks and stuff like that and wonder what people think. But like I said, just got to keep them. I will say I did look back, and the average for June was like 16.5. So I'm slacking. I need to get that number up.
Forsberg has shaved. I want you to see this.
Yes, clean shaven Forsberg. What's the hair look like under that hat now?
It's getting a little out there, but I need to regrow the tail.
I don't know if I've seen you without any facial hair before.
Wow, that's crazy.
Look like you're in college. My Lord.
Oh, my goodness gracious. This is a man
I think
that's well into his 40s.
It's also because I don't have glasses on this morning. So
that's why
Yeah, what are you doing?
Different look.
Yeah,
for you.
stop looking
I'm
different.
To mess with everybody.
Yeah, you're looking all different. All right, that's what it is. It's not shaved. It's the not having glasses on. All right, Chris, it has been interesting to watch the Jaylen Brown situation kind of develop. And it's funny because they're like his trade value isn't what the Celtics thought it was. And now there's this whole backlash to that saying that you've misspoke and this, that, and the third. Trades have gone on, but yet Jaylen Brown remains. I don't think there's much debate that the Celtics are pursuing trade partners. But what's going on, in your opinion? What are you hearing?
Yeah, so I think, again, one of the things I've held pretty steadfast on is, like, I understood why the Celtics, going into this offseason, had to consider all options, right? Disappointment in 3 of the past 4 years. Jaylen's on this big contract. No idea if he can stomach 2 max contracts long term, eligible for an extension. There's all these reasons you have to look around. And also chief among them is the fact that Jaylen just had a really good season. About to turn 30 and probably at the height of what we would consider his trade value based on the way he played last season. So you kind of drag yourself into this Giannis situation, and now you put yourself in a position where you've got to explore everything out there. I still think, and I told you guys this a couple of weeks ago, that plan B might just be like having to have really hard conversations and figure this out, like putting everybody in a room and just working it out and being like, we showed you a lot of faith by giving you that supermax. I know it stinks to be in trade rumors, but, teams have to explore everything. Now, look, if Jaylen has just reached the point of no return, then maybe they do have to settle for whatever the best offer is out there. But I'm sure, like, their value point on Jaylen is so high that it's going to be hard, in my mind, for any team to reach it, especially after you had a flirtation with a top 10 player, because if you're not going to get that sort of return, it's hard, even from a Celtics perspective, to be like, that's the deal we should do. That's the best path forward. I do think, like, ultimately, if they feel there's a pathway to making this thing right, the best path forward might be just figuring this thing out.
Okay, so, and I'm glad you ended there because there's so many layers of this, but let's start there because you said, let's get in the room, let's figure this thing out. How do you, if you're Jaylen Brown, react to this, and how do you get it made right for you, Chris? Because, the first time you're in trade rumors, it's for Kevin Durant, and it's several years ago. Now, 2 years after you've been the finals MVP and you've won a championship for this team, and you've just led this team to a really fantastic regular season record without the quote-unquote best player on the team, how do you sit down in a room? What can be said to you that is going to make this okay?
Well, I think you start with explaining, like, and I know it probably rings a little hollow when it's happened multiple times, but like, teams have to do this when top 5 players in the league become available, you have to explore whether that's a better fit for your team. And, look, it's no fun for the guy that's on the other side. And that's why the Celtics are so tight-lipped when they typically do these things. So much of what gets reported is just it's nonsense. And you got to, being able to parse. But, it was very real that they went after Giannis. And they certainly had a line in the sand. Now, so when you sit down with Jalen, you go, look, I hope you understand that we still respect everything you've done here. I think you go back to the contract you gave him, something at that point, the supermax that not a lot of teams probably would have been lining up to give him. The sticky part to me is I would assume Jalen, as part of this, would say, "Well, show your faith and give me the extension, 2 years, $142 million." And I think it's going to be tough for the Celtics to want to go there. Because that as you look at the financial and how this is all lining up, summer of 2029 is your next sort of inflection point, and you got some decisions to make. You'll be able to spend in 27 and 28 and really build around whatever core remains. But by 29, you got to come back down. Trading Jalen at that point would be a little bit more difficult at the age 34 season. But it might be something you have to do, right? Because of the situation you put yourself into. And I don't know if that's the right decision. And again, I think you're trying to mend fences without getting to that point. But if that makes Jalen a little bit happier and sort of is a token of, hey, we're invested in you, it might be something they have to consider to just to get back on the same page.
I wanted to get back to this difficult conversation Brad Stevens has in front of him. It's one thing to be dangled for Kevin Durant and Giannis, who are both future Hall of Famers and unquestionably top 10 players in the world at the time of the negotiations. It's something else to be shopped aggressively throughout the league. I mean, the Celtics clearly are trying to shed themselves of him. Yeah. How do you bring him back into a room and say, let's all be friends after this?
Well, that's the other thing.
It depends on how the conversation started. So if they sat down after the season, and this is the one mystery that, because Jalen hasn't said anything publicly and because the Celtics don't let that business get out there, we don't know what the conversation was between the Celtics and Jalen at the end of the year. Did he say, hey, at some point I do envision wanting my own situation? Does he say, hey, I want that extension? And if the Celtics are unwilling to give him that extension, again, you have to start exploring your options. Certainly, if it came down to him saying that, and if there's bitter feeling from that, from being shocked here in the Giannis part of it, there might not be a path to reconciliation. And maybe that's the part where the Celtics do have to shop the entire league. I just caution. I think, again, when you hear this day-to-day, hour-to-hour speculation about Portland's in, Portland's out, this team's in, this team's interested, there's a lot of time on TV to fill, and people are hearing things. I'm not saying it's all false, but I think a lot of it is over-caffeinated speculation of people around the league who just perceive that the Celtics are in a desperate spot and are shopping him around the league. I'll be curious when this all plays out, if we get a better idea of just what the circumstances were around how this played out.
One other side story to this, and Chris Mannix brought this up yesterday when we had him on. Mannix was saying that even though the Celtics might not be upset about Jaylen Brown's online activities, other teams have taken notice of this, and that might be a potential stumbling block to getting a deal done.
And look, if teams are worried about a guy on Twitch and not worried about how he impacts winning on a basketball court, it certainly goes into the equation. But did any of Jalen's Twitch streams disrupt the Celtics this year?
No, and this we already talked about this, Chris.
It disrupted Bedrock. Twitch.
Wow. I believe that was Rock Roll who did that.
Swing in town, have yourself a time in Bedrock.
Forsberg has no idea.
He's old enough.
Forsberg, you know what he's talking about?
I do not.
It's a Flintstones is what he's talking about.
I mean, I was a Flintstones kid, but I just don't remember that.
Wallach was old enough to watch him new.
I saw that Sunday night at 8 on ABC.
John was there when they filmed him.
Jumping all over.
He was actually in the old days.
Okay, so
in the Stone Age.
He hasn't said anything or done anything that's so bad on Twitch, and I don't think he's doing himself any favors. But I'm with you. Nothing that he's done here over the last couple of weeks should be enough to dissuade any team who is interested. That there still gets to a point, though, Chris, like, and I get it. If we could find out what's really been going on at some point, that would be interesting. But at the very least, the Celtics have talked with other teams and are picking up the phone, whether they're actively shopping them to every team in the league or not. It's a far cry from just accepting that, hey, Giannis was available, we had to try and get that done. Now they're seemingly talking to other people about all types of packages that don't include a return that are going to make them better this year.
And I go back to it. If Jalen said, like, hey, I kind of want my own situation, or if Jalen, put them in a position where they have to more consider this, then don't they have to listen to those offers? And maybe the conversation was like, okay, we'll listen to what's out there, but if we don't find anything we like, we're going to try to make this work. And I go, that's why, like, in my mind, if the idea that they drew a line in the sand with plan A and said, we're not going past this to get Giannis, made it in my mind say there had to be a plan B in terms of, how they wanted to proceed forward. Like, they wanted either some collection of picks, a marquee talent, whatever it is. And if they didn't check all those boxes, they were not going to go there, that they were just going to double down on what they've got, as painful as that might be. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Like, the first time Jalen goes live, it'll be fascinating because he can put the team in a tough spot. If he does go live and say, hey, like, I want out and I want to go to this team or whatever, then now the Celtics are in a really tricky spot. And I wonder if part of what's going on here is him sort of being like, okay, I'm going to give you guys time to figure this out as long as you're going to do right by me. And we'll see where that leads.
Douche chills are it's thrown around a lot, but there is a visceral feeling when you get douche chills. It can be described as douche chills. Such was the case when Ryan shared the tweet from Bill Simmons that went out on one of, I assume, thousands of tweets about the Jaylen Brown situation. Did you read this? This is from Bill Simmons. He needed to write this. The Jaylen situation, because it's just Jaylen, Jaylen situation can be fixed with 1 3-hour dinner in a private room at Toscano's. Now, what's Toscano's?
Restaurant in the North End, yes?
Okay.
I'm not
positive. I get it.
positive.
You live in Boston. I have no idea
Yeah.
I've lived here 20 years. I don't know what Toscano's is. Shut the hell up. God, that bothers me. The Jalen situation can be fixed with 1 3-hour dinner in a private room at Toscano's. Table for 6. The Jays. Oh, I hate him. For this, I don't hate him. But Joe, Maz, Stevens, Chisholm, and Wick. The right trade isn't there. S happened. Just talk it out without agents. Family and extended circle flunkies poisoning it. He's like a 3-year-old.
Why would Wick be there? He's kind of extended circle now.
I was just going to say.
It's like he manifesting some masturbatory dream sequence where they go to Toscano's because I spent some hard years in that town, Toscano's.
Nothing that can't be fixed by 6 guys sharing a couple of pies over at Santarpio's. See, I didn't go Pizzeria Regina. I went a little further.
I love
so when I go, shut up. When I Googled, I'm just kidding. When I Googled this, the first thing that came up was this situation can be fixed with 1 3-hour dinner. Sloppy steaks. It's just a couple steaks, a few glasses of water.
Slop
All
'em up.
I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No. I love Simmons, but I don't disagree. Like, the funny part to me is when people are like, there's 0 chance of reconciliation. And I go, do you know who the coach of this team is? Like,
apparently they don't get along, is what I've heard. But I'll tell you this.
Well, wait, hold on. What do you mean by that? Yes, I know who the coach of this team is. What does that have to do with them being able to reconcile?
Joe Mazzulla's whole purpose in life is to make people uncomfortable. I fully suspect he's picking up the phone every day, calling Jalen and being like, boy, they hate you, and then just hangs up. Because he loves that when there is like uncomfortableness in this world. And I think because he finds it takes you somewhere, and it makes you think differently. And if there's one person that I really do believe can fix this, it's Brad and Joe.
Yeah, you're right. This has been all one long mental game on Jaylen Brown, and we're all puppets.
I'm not saying
you really don't want them to trade Brown, or you do want to big out if they don't.
There are organizations that could not fix this situation, And I think the Celtics, that if they decide to go that route, could figure it out. Again, not sure they'll even get there, because if they get a package that works, maybe the easiest route is to just move on. But I'm telling you, if they are forced to figure this out, I trust the brain trust over there. We'll make it right.
I like Missoula, and I think he's a good coach. I think he's an interesting guy. But the notion that he's somehow going to be able to turn this into some kind of a psychological trick that ends up benefiting them when it's so obvious what he would be doing, like Jaylen Brown's going to pick up on him and be like, dude, no, you tried to shop me, and you've been. This is the other.
You're taking it to an extreme. I'm saying like
there's speculation, and then there's just like speculation. Let's just.
Well, you took it to the extreme. You said he's calling it hanging up. I mean, what the hell are we talking about here? By the way, what about the notion that it's Missoula and Tatum versus Jaylen Brown? The way those two want to play versus the way Brown wants to play. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know if I subscribe to that. I think
I've heard
people,
that as well.
Yeah.
When like does the play style that Joe puts out on the court is based on the talent that he has, right? And it did morph a little bit last season, and I think people enjoyed some stretches of that, and certainly went back the other way in the playoffs. I don't think it's like I don't think there's factions of this thing. I think, again, there's just hard conversations about how you build a team with two superstar players under this new CBA, and that's driving it more than any of the relationships, though.
Well, they certainly don't want Brown as part of that. Then they're not shopping Tatum, but the dinner has to be 3 hours because the first hour is just light cocktail conversation. You don't even get apps at that point. This is just sit down, enjoy a martini. You know, we're just hanging out.
And I think
the six of us, the Jays.
And I think you let Missoula cook, not literally, but you let him order for the table.
Well, you've been in that seat.
He does.
I mean,
that.
Hardy
Does
speaks
that
from
already.
experience.
Yeah.
And I agree with Simmons here. That's not the point. Is the structure of the tweet is infuriating. Ryan knew it was infuriating. That's why he put it up. Like Ryan knew. That tweet is. I wish I wasn't so negative all the time, so I could spotlight how horrible this tweet is. It's like a 12-year-old like loser fantasizing about a dream scenario where everyone he loves just gets along. But he's from the area, so he goes to Toscano's, which I don't even know what the hell that is. And I've been here for 20 years, which I would argue is as long as Bill Simmons ever lived here. And whatever with Toscano's. Jesus Christ. God, it bothers me.
I
really hate it.
Brad. Let a streamer's dream.
But yeah, fine. They got to go out. Why don't you just say everyone needs to get together and hash this out, which is a stupid thing to say anyway, because it's just like, no kidding.
He's painting a picture.
Yeah, he's a wordsmith.
And you don't like art.
No,
What's
I
wrong
don't.
with you?
Not this art.
No.
This Jalen, like he's a real insider. This Jalen Sitch. Get the hell out of here with your Toscanos.
To be fair, he's been more right on this than anybody else.
It's not the point, Chris, and you know it. I'm not saying if he's right or wrong. The structure of it is infuriating, and if you don't get that, I hate you too.
Well, stop
yelling. Get in a room, 3 hours.
Yeah, the two of you need to get in a room.
Yeah. Why don't you guys, hash stuff out? The two of you.
I can't even think of the name of a restaurant off the top of my head.
You gotta
so pissed
you
off.
gotta go like hyper local and cool, like Chipotle. Yeah, there you go. That's local flavor.
Yeah, we'll just go to it's like a dad boner tweet. Like the guys just have to get to the B at Chili's, have some top shelf margs.
Can we, Chris? Can you hang around so we can talk about LeBron and Kawhi
and Rob Williams?
Yes, and Robert Williams.
I was going to hang around until you said Rob Williams. But, yeah, I kind of budgeted in my mind that I'd be here for multiple segments. That's what I do.
All right. Well, listen, it's no 3-hour dinner, but we do what we can. All right. We'll be back in just one moment.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Oh, it is.
to be alert as they load up a little bit here.
I guess for LeBron's purposes, and there's no reason not to believe that he's fully in on going the place that's going to result in winning and is going to make him happiest. But as you said, like the God's waiting room that would be the Golden State Warriors. I don't see that as his best chance of winning it. And at this point, what else is going to make him happiest?
Yeah, but Cleveland has its own troubles as well, right? Like I do think it would help them, and that would be interesting to see what the roster construction looked like there. And there's no surefire place that he can go to, like short of going to San Antonio or Oklahoma City, that guarantees a championship. So I do think some of it will be driven by what will just be the most enticing to him. The whole idea that him and Steph never played together until the 24 Olympic team or whatever. I do think there's something to it. Just wanting to go play with somebody that was part of your sort of generation and riding off into the sunset and seeing what's possible there. So again, even when he went to LA, I don't think winning was like the number one priority. I think it was more lifestyle, with hopes that it being LA, he could cobble together, and they won that Disney World Championship during the pandemic. But yeah, I think it's going to be driven by whatever is going to make him happiest at 42. And the bigger question: what happens with Bronny?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what happens with Bronny. I mean, we were talking about the timing of this earlier this morning. I don't know if you saw this, Chris. LeBron announced that he was leaving the Lakers the day after Bronny's contract became guaranteed with them.
I mean, some of that stuff lined up long term, so I don't know if it was like not necessarily coincides with that, but it is a little hilarious that they pulled the stunt to make sure he got to LA, and now Dad's leaving.
Yeah. Well, what's also maybe a sweet story is the story of Kawhi Leonard, who, was in Toronto. They knew that he was leaving, so they went all in on his championship. They won. Then he does leave, and now 8 years later, he says, I'm not going anywhere but Toronto. And here we are. He's back with the Raptors. Feel good.
It is fascinating that the haul they got, and maybe haul's the wrong word, but to get multiple picks, to get players for a 35-year-old player who comes with obviously a little bit of baggage based on the aspiration situation and all that. But I think like Toronto is one of those teams that didn't really have a pathway to being relevant again. That they know what they're getting. If nothing else, the return of Kawhi is gonna increase the excitement around that team. And Kawhi was really good last year. Let me say that too, right? Like there was some thought when when everyone was kicking around Jaylen Brown trade ideas. I thought like if the Clippers would have been willing to move some of their draft capital as well, that you would think about that. But the fact that a 35-year-old is getting that is, again, part of the reason why the Celtics probably have such a high bar for what they'll even entertain with Jaylen Brown.
This is all very insulting to Jaylen Brown, really. It's got to be a real blow to
Jaylen Brown's a better player. Kawhi Leonard had the best season he's had in, 4 or 5 years? Jaylen Brown was still better than him last season. The Celtics should get at least 2 players, 2 firsts, a pick swap, 2 seconds in return for him. And he's 5 years younger.
Should and could and would. Everyone says should and could and would, but no one's doing it. It's really rubbing people the wrong way. They don't like that no one's doing it. Even our own Chris Forsberg, he thinks that every day that Missoula is calling Brown and making him uncomfortable because that is his way. But does this make
no eye rolls, Hardy?
Yeah, the long con. Yeah, he's
this is 4D chess.
Yeah, it's all part of his plan.
Yeah,
to have him at his top compete level for next season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that most people, when their player is in a tough situation, would probably be very sympathetic to it. I think there's part of Joe that is. He also loves when people are uncomfortable. So I just think he leans into it maybe more than most people because it's just what he does.
That's Joe. I think though, if I were Brad Stevens or maybe the new owner, and I found out that, you know what, there's a chance we're going to have to, get this thing back together. We're going to have to get it on the rails, and we're going to need Jaylen Brown here and happy next year. If I were to find out my head coach were going out of his way to needle him and somehow make him feel unwanted here, I don't think I'd be happy with that.
Fair, and I don't think Joe does. I think one of the things that is misconstrued about Joe, and as you see him kind of traveling the world here this offseason, going over and seeing Ugo in Spain, going over to Portugal with Mimi, is like how much he cares about those
Widespread in
relationships.
Kansas.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
is that Joe really does care about the players, and he's putting in the effort to try to build those relationships so that when there is strife, it maybe is a little bit easier to have those difficult conversations.
Yeah, and the best place to do is Toscano's. 3-hour dinner.
There's one in Cambridge, too.
Oh, God. Really?
There's more than one location.
That makes it even.
I was wrong. It's
almost
on Charles
fraudulent.
Street. It's not in the North End.
Yeah,
close enough.
Because Bill Simmons says this is I can't use the swear, but this is it verbatim. The Jalen situation can be fixed with 1 3-hour dinner in a private room at Toscano's, table for 6. The Jays, Joe Maz, Stevens, Chisholm, and Wick. The right trade isn't there, as happened. Just talk it out without agents, family, and extended circle flunkies poisoning it.
Really, really bothers you.
It really does.
Yeah.
When Ryan shared it, because he knew it would bother me. I'm not on Twitter, so when he shared it, and I knew he knew it would bother me, and it really gave me that feeling, that like super like annoyed feeling. That not many things hit that button anymore to that degree. I think you can see why. I mean, Ryan saw why. Ryan knew it would bother me.
Fred, do you think when the Golden Girls were breaking up, did you go on your MySpace page and have like a
like a fantasy?
We can make this right. We just got to get Blanche and.
It's just like something an adult shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to manifest something. Like you just stop caring. Like, stop caring so much about it. Like you're bothering me. Like no. Everything's fine. Well, just you look. I'm from the area. Just head on out to a private room at Toscano's. Guys,
is it the
3 hours? You're getting knocked out. No flunkies.
What's the part that bothers you the most? The whole.
It's just such a perfect tweet of things that bother me. A, that he calls him Jalen.
The Jays.
Well, no, I can break it down for you. A, that he calls him Jalen. A, that he says that this 1 3-hour dinner, which bothers me, that he put a time on it because this means that he's really thought out the fantasy. The fact that he says a restaurant's name and it's Toscano's bothers me because it's that Boston thing that annoys me. Table for 6, hyphen table for 6, bothers me. Because just say who's going to be there instead of table for 6. It's so aggravating. The Jays bothers me. Joe Maz bothers me. That he includes Wick Grossbeck bothers me. The right trade isn't there, S happened, bothers me. Just talk it out without agents, family, and extended circle. Then he says flunkies, which is almost indescribably bad. And then I know that bothers Hardy, too, because that's the one thing that I can get a reaction every time from him about. Flunkies.
If he had just said, I think they could fix this if Brown, Tatum, Stevens, Missoula, you want to include whatever ownership thing, sat down and hashed it out, they could have it done quickly.
Yes, that's a declarative sentence, without proposing some douchey wannabe Boston scenario about some effing guy. Just stop caring about it so much.
It is. You know what it is? It's the fact that he's romanticized.
Yes, thank you. It's a male romanticism of like some adolescent, pre-adolescent sports fetish. Like, get the hell out of here with your fantasy.
That he still cares about a team at his age and at his place in life. I think it's endearing.
I care a lot about certain teams, but I don't express myself in Cinemax-like scenarios where going into great detail about how they're going to meet and hash things out and everything will be okay. This is like he doesn't want his parents to get divorced. It's like a sad thing a kid would tell a therapist. And then you go, oh, like draw a picture of how you want mommy and daddy to be, and then everyone cries when they see it. I've been there. No, I'm just kidding.
I won't stand for this Simmons slander.
Look, he did it. I don't have anything against him. I think he's a very talented businessman. but I don't make fun of him on a regular basis at all. This is a step too far. It needed to be commented on. He put it out for the
Detroit
world.
boys, with your Detroit hats on, what's going to happen with Duran?
By the way, I have to wear a hat because of the lighting in here, so it's not like I want to run around with this hat on every day. And there's only so many hats, and I refuse to wear a Red Sox hat because I don't like the Red Sox, and I'm not from here.
Right.
So I'm not wearing that. And I hope they don't sign Duran. I hope Duran leaves and goes and is mediocre.
Well, the
somewhere else.
rumor is that Duran would be interested in playing in Boston if that came up.
I mean, at this stage in his career, he should really be able to pick and choose where he wants to go.
Well, that's just it. Detroit's like, you're not leaving. It doesn't matter what you want.
They don't want Brown, I guess, either. They don't want Brown at the expense of Duran, which is not great if you're the Celtics because Duran's very flawed and didn't perform in the playoffs. And you got a guy that was a finals MVP, and apparently Detroit doesn't want him either. So there's a bit of an issue.
Looks like Brown's going to be here. Looks like Brown and Tatum are going to be here.
And it's like no one's happy because they don't want him. He doesn't want to be here most likely. He knows that no one wants him. And you can say you can use it as fuel, but whatever. There's a certain amount of rejection.
That's why they need to go to Toscano's. They need to smooth things over.
Someone get on Open Table.
Right.
Get that res. I know that
I'm surprised he didn't mention that. That would be the one thing that Bill Simmons didn't put in. Make a res at Toscano's.
Make a res at Toscano's.
Wick don't have to. Wick knows the maitre d' scones. The Cambridge one, too.
I think you'll like this one, too, from Tim. Guys, simple solution here. Get the gang together at a hidden gem in the North End called Tresca. Ray Bork owns it.
Toscano's.
You probably never heard of it.
Toscano's.
When I say the gang,
strangle the guy.
When I say the gang, I'm specifically talking about the Jays. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Joe Mazzulla, J. Edgar Hoover, Wick, the J is silent, and any Andelman brother that has a J name. They know great food. 6 hours in a private room, ton of apps, a little bit of push hands.
It's like a dad boner tweet. It really is like a dad boner tweet.
It is.
Guys, big psych sesh at the Toscano's. Right. All right, very good. We've gone too far. All right, Chris Forsberg, thank you. Watch him on NBC Sports Boston. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
All right, bye, Chris. All right, we'll be right back. Here are the headlines. is such that our bodies cannot cool down due to via sweat.
Oh, I think I'll be okay because my mother sent me for Father's Day a cooling neck fan.
I got one of those too in the mail.
Yeah,
From my mom.
Oh my
Did you
God! There must
really?
have been something on Fox News.
No, well, either that or a sale at Kohl's. I'm not sure.
I think it's more option B, knowing my mom. Yeah.
So you go ahead and sweat it out, dummy. Wallet gonna have a be cool as cucumbers.
Yeah, that's a good gift. That shows it's something that will be used a lot.
Yeah.
Mind you, it just blows the hot air around. It doesn't actually cool you off.
Did you plug yours in and try it?
I have not tried it yet, no.
So I think mine also has like a water vapor that it emits.
Ooh.
I haven't checked. Maybe I have that too.
My
All right.
son had a baseball thing at Quinnipiac the last 2 days, and he drove to and from it both days. It's like 2 hours away, and he called me last night, and he's like, Dad, it's like pouring rain. I can't see. And I'm like, we'll pull over. You know, he's in my car because his car's getting fixed from the damages that he's done to it.
Okay.
So I'm driving around in a Toyota Celica.
Camry?
No.
Could be a Celica.
Is it an SUV or a sedan?
It's a sedan. It's a sedan that takes a key.
Not a Celica.
When I say it takes a key, you put a piece of metal into the ignition and turn it. I do not garner respect on the roads with this. It does not have a screen to which to look at. There's certainly no touch screen. It's written like a Casio keyboard. What the hell is the name?
Is
of
it
the
an
car that I'm
Avalon?
driving? No. It's
Corolla Camry.
Not a 4Runner.
What's this symbol mean?
That's Toyota.
A Corolla, then. I think it's a Corolla.
Okay.
Anyway, but whatever. It's like Adam's car. Like, it's like, you know, it's got like the roll down windows. It's not the brand of car. It's the age of it. And and it doesn't even have a key fob.
That's what happens when you bust up the first one they give you.
Oh, that's right. They didn't charge me, though.
Blow a damn tire out.
But listen, look at that.
That literally goes in the door to unlock it.
No, it goes in the ignition to turn it on.
Oh, it does, but it does have a remote to
Yeah,
unlock.
it's got to unlock and lock.
Well, then what are you complaining about?
Nothing. I love it. I love that I didn't even hurt my own car. But so anyway, so he calls me in this
pouring rain, and it's like, I can't concentrate, I can't see, so I got on the phone.
No, so
Dad.
he goes, Dad, it's like rain so hard. I've never been in rain like this. I can't see. I'm like, well, pull over. He goes, no. And I go, then why'd you call me?
You're not going to listen to my advice.
Yeah, like, what advice do you want?
Why
me
are
to
you
give
asking?
Speed up. Like, what do you get? Outrun the weather. Like, and then I'm at the library because my daughter at this thing at the library, and I got to wait for her. So I'm like at the library, and I can't really talk. So I go outside to talk to him because it's not raining in Newton because I'm 7,000 miles from him while he drives home. He's driving my car to the Cape today. He's literally put 1,000 miles on that car in like a week and a half. And so anyway, so I'm like, and then so I go outside. I'm like, what are you going to do? I go, there's nothing else for me to tell you to do. Rain. Dad. What? It's rain. I can't see. I said, all right, we'll pull over. No. What the hell? No, I'm not pulling over. What piece of advice would you like me to give you? Do you just want comfort? Because now there's nothing to talk about.
Well, stick your head out the window. That way you don't have the wipers obscuring your vision.
He said my face is right up against the windshield.
What?
I don't know.
I got my chin on the dashboard, Dad.
What's going on?
If you, because like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. It's what ask him to explain. That's a nightmare that I don't want to get into.
Did he forget to defrost? Is that what
John,
it is?
I don't know, nor do I care to ask because I won't understand the reply.
All right.
He's working very hard. He's having great success. I'm not complaining about anything. The kid drove 4 hours round trip 2 days in a row to go to this thing. So I just thought it was curious that he called me like out of breath about the rain that was falling and like goes literally, what do I do?
Yeah.
And I go, pull over or pull off at the next exit. And he goes, no. And so my hands are tied at that. But turn off the wipers and just pray.
Yeah.
Just gun it. Take a cinder block and put it on the accelerator and blindfold yourself.
Or just take your foot off the gas entirely and let the car behind you push you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Chances are at this speed you're not going to die. So, like,
Yeah.
really take some chances.
You know what? That scenario, though, of being asked nothing specific is better than being asked, it's fogging up on the inside. What do I do? Well, that's one of the age-old questions.
Yeah.
You try everything. You put on the AC, but with the heat up and turn your defroster on. Try that, because sometimes that works, unless it doesn't. And then you just go full heat, no AC, but turn the temperature down low. Like, I don't know. Especially in the mornings when we're driving in, for whatever reason, it's all foggy now on the inside. Why? How do you fix it? Try a bunch of different stuff. One of them works.
Erotic sweat coming off of you.
Hell yeah.
A night of sweet love making.
There was a request for a Gary Tanguay pitch involving the restaurant scenario with the gentleman walking into Toscano. Maybe you can workshop that for the last hour.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Toscano. Right.
Maybe something
Real mob scene.
Yeah, but there's 6 dudes walk in for a 3-hour sesh, but whoa, who's this waitress?
Yeah, some fat guy with a real wife beater on. He's like, I'm sweating. He's on a card table in front. Because, he's a real local yokel, man of the streets. Italian fella. He's bald, but it's like greased back with sweat.
He's sunning himself with it looks like tinfoil, but it's not.
Yeah. They make a lot of money doing illegal stuff, but it looks like their lives are incredibly boring because they just hang out in front of a deli all day.
Don't need to wait until 9 o'clock.
Like in Goodfellas, he's like, these guys they got it made, and it's like they're hanging out at a card table in front of a deli.
Satriali's every day.
Yeah, like it doesn't look fun at all. This looks terrible. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. We've been talking very snarky to a show today, from me at least, about Bill Simmons' tweet about how it's like a Skinemax scenario where they all go to some restaurant together, all the Jays, he says. I can't find the tweet off the top of my head, but it's annoying, real annoying. But he says they should go to Toscano's. Peter, go ahead.
Instead of going to Toscano's, the guys should all, the Jays, Zula, Wick, they should all just slick their hair back and go to Trifoni's, get a big rare cut of meat, dump water all over it, sloppy steaks for the boys, and hash it out.
That's
I think that's play.
Slop him up.
Slop him up, baby. He was an a-hole.
He was a real piece of...
Real piece of ass. But people can change. Here's the tweet. This Jalen situation can be fixed with one 3-hour dinner in a private room at Toscano's. Table for 6. The Jays, Joe Maz, Stevens, Chisholm, and Wick. The right trade isn't there? That's happened. Just talk it out without agents, family, and extended circle flunkies poisoning it. 2 million people have read that wisdom. That was sent at 4:04, which is 1:04 West Coast time. So that was a middle of the day thought from Bill Simmons. That's not ambient induced.
It's no drinking.
No.
Nothing.
Well, unless there's a very serious problem. There's no drinking there. Chris, go ahead.
I was just going to comment on the neck fan that my mother got myself and my brother-in-law for Father's Day, which I have charged up, ready to go in the 100-degree heat today and in the next 3 days. I thought it was funny you guys spoke about it because it's literally sitting on my passenger seat right now.
Okay, so this was the Father's Day gift from mothers to sons for 2026. Is there a newsletter that goes out to all of them?
Father's Day gift for me and my brother-in-law, and I'm not going to lie, it's better than a tie on a day like today.
Well, it's better than getting nothing.
Yeah.
Not even a phone call, but I think this might be retribution for forgetting my mother's birthday.
Oh, your mother did not acknowledge Father's Day?
She never... That's not the way our families never understood it. I mean, I have a very small family, but I never was paying it forward.
Yeah.
Like my father's dad died before I was born, so I don't really know. But at least in our family, it's never seemed to come from the top down. It's a bottom up holiday. So you're always punching up on that holiday. You don't go down.
It's interesting.
But I would be interested, in all sincerity, to find out where the neck fan was being, just for marketing purposes, where the neck fan was being advertised, because it was obviously an incredibly effective and targeted campaign at old ladies. So, in what is it about being old where you think novelty toys are, again, sufficient presents for adults?
My mother still insists on getting, whether it's Christmas or something like that, there's like one toy thing that is for me that she thinks I'm really, really, going to enjoy it and have fun with. And the time before this, it was this remote control bug. It's like the size of like a side plate, and you put it on the floor and it kind of goes around, and she's like, oh, and I bet the dog's really going to have fun with this. I said, the dog's going to hate it. I hate it already. How much noise is this going to make? I don't want the noise. I don't, what I really don't want is to like take it out, even just to, like show you for a second what this thing is and have other people in the house come say, what is that? And then it becomes a thing. Then it becomes a bit of a show. I don't want any of that. Oh, it was supposed to go on the wall. And the second I put it on the wall, Marcy's looking at me. It's like, are you going to put that on my wall? I'm like, I have to. My mother's right here. She wants this thing to crawl up the wall.
It was on Christmas Day that she had you do all this?
I think it was around Christmas, and it was probably her visit prior to Christmas or something like that. Yeah. But I had left it in the box for like 2 days. She said, before I leave tomorrow, I want to see, what that bug is that I got you. I can't believe you haven't played with it yet.
Played? Man, why haven't you played with it yet?
Yeah,
Scooter.
Right. I know. I can't believe you got it.
My Aunt Truella, who was my grandmother's sister, her name was Truella.
Oh.
Like a villain in a Disney film. She a very nice lady, and she used to give me, but she would one year gave me when I was like 17 a Sesame Street book because it had the word Fred in it, the name Fred in the title.
Oh.
As if she had, hit on some hidden gem like, look, someone else's name is Fred.
It's kind of like the book that Peter Farley got in Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. And it was really not age appropriate for him. And Fudge came in the room and ruined the gift. He said right in front of me, he goes, no, this is mine. I have this book. I have this book. It was very uncomfortable for the giver.
Unless it's Super Fudge.
You guys are Judy Blume fans?
I am.
Sorry.
What? Tales of a Fourth Grade? I read Tales of a Fourth Grade.
Did you read Then Again, Maybe I Won't? Because that's all about jerking it.
No. I had
all about jerking.
I told you I had that collection of Judy Blume books, and I got so bored one day I read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, which was the one with the psychedelic feminine cover. And I ran into my mother's room just screaming for an explanation of when my period was coming and where it was going to come out of.
Yeah, sure.
I remember that vividly. I was like, oh! I ran into my mom's room. I go, what's going on? When am I going to have my period? She goes, boys don't have periods. And I go,
Well, when am I going to get fat like in Blubber?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm the superior gender. All right. So speaking of superior genders, Matt McCarthy was on Felger and Maz yesterday, and Felger was all over the place with his small penises. Germans have small penises. The ump at the Red Sox game has a small penis. Everyone has small penises. Felger has a giant penis.
It really was the thought of the day on Felger and Maz.
Yeah, you really got stuck in that thought.
Penis size and how it relates to sports.
All right, so it was like the only metaphor for not performing well. It was your penis is small, which is offensive as a German man with a small penis. All right, so here is Matt McCarthy talking about, I believe, Marcelo Meyer.
Matt, but you think that Marcelo Meyer's issues go beyond just the intangible?
So this was in a pre-show thread of some sort where it said, hey.
The thoughts have already been disseminated, but now I'd like you to articulate them verbally for the audience.
Look, guys, quick break. Marcelo Meyer's got intangibles that I like.
Or the maturity thing. You think he might suck at baseball?
Yeah, which is unbelievable given how good it looks on the field. I mean, his swing is gorgeous.
Will Clark asked
Matt, what do you think of his swing specifically?
You know what? It's like sunset on a Mississippi morning. Or that would be odd. It's like sunrise in a Mississippi morning.
You don't even know what day. You don't even know what time of day it is.
I'm all scattered up because beauty is shocking. True beauty is disturbing, guttural. It's like a Mississippi sunrise. Gorgeous. Loretta, this pie is gorgeous. Sam, keep doing them squats. That butt is gorgeous. And I said Sam because it's non-gender.
Pie is gorgeous and these hush puppies are divine.
Oh, I'll be on this sunny day. A neck fan would certainly be gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I don't know what you did to it, but this sweet tea is a triumph.
That's out of Andy Griffith. That's what that is.
Like, you show up. Where'd you get that head cover? It's gorgeous. It's divine. Yeah, hey, I've been watching your kid. Oh, thanks. I got to tell you, his delivery is gorgeous. He's got a gorgeous delivery.
Yeah. Ew.
No, okay. I don't know if he wants the offer. Maybe you give that to another kid. Really? How else does it move you? It moves me on an emotional level. It's the beauty of the game. Some things that some people don't see. It's like a puzzle. It's like one of them pictures that you got to unfocus your eyes to really see what's going on. That's the way I look at the game. It can be just 9 fellas sitting around kicking dirt, but for me, it's a beautiful dance, a choreographed triumph of technology and silliness.
And you look at it long enough, you might see a space shuttle.
You look at it long enough, you might just learn something.
About yourself.
Oh, my goodness. These minorities are smart. Just thinking of my grandmother.
Well spoken.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it was shocking. She was from Missouri. Missouri. Very racist, the Missouri. She was considered very non-racist, but still a bit of a stigma towards the others.
Which is unbelievable given how good it looks on the field. I mean, his swing is gorgeous.
Will Clark asked
I mean, it fluid in the field. He looks like a ball player. You can tell why he was the 4th overall pick in the draft.
He would be the 1st overall pick on a hunk list. We're drafting hunks. Is it Tom Selleck or Marcelo Meyer? Let me think for 2 seconds. Meyer. It's a Meyer thrifty acre of gorgeousness.
And then you look at his stats against lefties. You look at his stats against off-speed pitches.
And it's like drawing a mustache on it. Ew. It's like putting back shoulder hair on him. Stinks. It's like adding a fupa. Muffin top. Nope. Keep him as is.
Change-ups, curveballs, you name it, and you say, uh-oh.
I got a curveball for you. What if the South won the war? Kick that around your old noggin.
That's not good. I mean,
it's a lot of weak contact.
Yeah, he doesn't hit for a lot of power. He didn't really hit for a lot of power or any real hit with any type of authority in the upper minors. He might just be a kid who has a beautiful swing and feasted on high school and A-ball competition.
It's a gorgeous feast. It's a beautiful, gorgeous feast.
This is delicious.
It's gorgeous, delicious. It's a feast.
It's a cornucopia.
The hearth doth be full.
Got to real baseball at Double-A because that's the dividing line. Double-A is real baseball. Saw a curveball for the first time, and I'm using that for effect, but saw a curveball at Double-A and was like, oh, crap. I mean, that's a story as old as time. It's a story as old as baseball.
It's like when I saw Martha in the kitchen with Louise, and I dropped the plate, and I said, oh, crap. A scandal is afoot.
Baseball. Can you hit a curveball? Yes or no? And Marcelo Meyer really hasn't been able to hit a curveball. So what are you if you can't hit a curveball at the big league level? You're a guy who can't hit. He really didn't hit all that much in the minor leagues.
All right. Well, that's concerning if he was brought up that quickly.
That, and he got hurt a lot in the minor leagues, much like here.
And then Felger said the reason for that is he has a small penis.
Yes.
And otherwise he'd be able to hit all those pitches.
Right. You could just use it almost as a second bat in case it hit the low ball. He's protecting shoulders and hips. But there you go. There was a real show yesterday between all the small penis talk. Felger, literally 3 things at 3 distinctly different times in the show.
Umps, German soccer players.
And then a caller was like, you suck. And then he was like, penis is penis. Like he was throwing it in his face.
Right.
Like small penises. Mm-hmm. You know, the measure.
If you're going to have one thrown in your face,
right?
Count your blessings.
Right.
Like no bad vibes allowed. This is like a pro PJ show. Mm-hmm. Only guys with hogs hanging out, being mellow. The self-satisfaction in knowing that you got a real pipe between your legs keeps things calm.
By the way, in the Jackass movie, did you find it odd that they only had to blur certain portions of the penis footage?
I didn't notice that. I just have seen Pontius's wiener in these things so many times that it was just like whatever.
He's doing the tricks with it, but it's only when they did the slow-mo close-up where they kind of like blurred it out.
I wonder if that's like kind of it's funny with the internet. It's just like nothing matters anymore, but I wonder if that's like a ratings board, like what's considered. If you don't know what we're talking about, Pontius in the new Jackass movie, there's like a lot of his penis. And there's one particular scene too, like a couple minutes of him just swinging it around. And then they get really close to it because that's always been kind of the play of Jackass is they challenge homophobia. Like they kind of like throw it like they get like stuff like that to kind of make people uncomfortable, which I always thought was very funny. And it didn't like his penis. You've seen it a million times. But maybe it's the, I know pornography when I've seen it. It's a slow-mo of the penis, It's got to be some judgment call by whoever decides.
You can whip it back and forth and have it slap up against your upper and lower abdominal region, but when you slow-mo,
right,
it's frames per second.
Like it's like if I heard a swear coming out of the radio now, like especially like a song. What are you supposed to pretend because it's on the radio now? It matters. There's the internet. Like good luck if you got a little kid. I do know people with little kids, and they ask me, like, I don't want to have them hear certain words. Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, that's not happening.
Right.
Like there's literally everything ever recorded is available for free, and they will find a way to get it. And if they don't, their friends will. So that's a rule we had. Certain rules in songs, and then when every song has it, what are you going to do? You just make them Amish and like bury all electronics. All right, we're taking a lot of turns. It's the week of 4th of July. Give us a little grace. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Stay tuned for more Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
FIFA World Cup is here. Obviously, we're into the knockout stage, and no better place to be than
Oh, hey now.
A package in one of the most terrifying packages I've ever received in terms of the actual packaging. I thought it was a book. The envelope actually has a return address on it. It is from a woman, okay?
Mm.
And it was a book, but the book was enclosed in a McDonald's
Oh, boy.
bag.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
so you think it's anthrax or something.
Oh, boy.
I opened it up, though. I'm not scared. The book
Yeah.
is called The Toucher in the Rye by Always Be Complaining. And
Is that supposed to be me on the cover?
I think it's supposed to be you on the cover. And it has a dust jacket. Now, spoiler alert, it is just a copy of The Catcher in the Rye inside.
Oh, give it a read.
But they had this dust jacket. Would you like me to read it to you, or would you like to read it?
No, you please. I would like to. This will be like my eulogy. I'll look at my tombstone that someone made for me while you read it.
The Toucher in the Rye by Always Be Complaining. We'll start with the back. Oh, what is this book about?
Mm-hmm.
Explore the complex mind of Fred Toucher as he groused about the world's phonies. Learn things like Travis Kelce talks with a black scent. Carson Daly is not better than him. He consumed no media in college. 311 is from Nebraska. Pat McAfee is a sleeveless douche. Did you hear he read a rock biography? Those are all things on the back of the book.
I do like to brag about my reading of rock biographies. It's 4 hours, 5 days a week. You talk about your interest, lady. I don't really know what you want out of me. And all of those seem like good points that you listed on the back. And if that's grousing, then there we go. Enough to make you make a stupid, worthless book.
Fred Toucher was born near Detroit sometime in the 70s. He was an only child, and by his telling, was terrible to his parents. He got beat up really badly one time in high school, went to college in Florida,
That's not true.
and was kicked off a flight. These are his gripes.
Mm.
Well, you win, young lady.
As book covers go, that's actually there's some thought and some effort put into that.
Yeah, it's annoying.
But I will read. I've never read Catcher in the Rye.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I like it.
Is it good?
It actually is amazing that it was written in the 50s because it's not dated. Like the language isn't terribly dated.
Now, Salinger wrote that and then disappeared for a while, correct?
I don't know if it was after that. It was certain, but he did live in New Hampshire and was like off the grid. He walked to the post office to pick up his mail. But I don't know if Catcher in the Rye was the last one. I have like a 700-page oral biography of him, which I've, it's more for having than for reading.
Understood.
I'll tell you one reason why I will at least start it is it jumps right into it. And this is something that Stephen King wrote about years ago. Prologues, introductions, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He said, don't bother writing them for me because I skip over them. If you're writing a novel, I'm going to go to chapter 1, page 1, and start there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me anything about the book. Just let me read the book.
So I listened to that Miles Davis biography, and it was really funny because he was out of his mind. So I was like, and he said Thelonious Monk was out of his mind. So I bought this $2. I bought this Thelonious Monk autobiography, and it starts with his great grandparents on a plantation in North Carolina in the 1850s. Like it goes into like a great deal of detail about the history of the Monk plantation.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's
Springsteen did that. Yeah.
Is this unnecessary? Like I don't care at all.
Springsteen
Like I
did
wanted
that.
to hear
Yeah.
the stories about him, just some crazy guy. I don't care about any of this. It's bad enough if you talk about the music. I just want to hear tales.
No.
I've run out of stuff to listen to. Just tell me anything.
I don't want to hear about making up the charts for the band.
No, I don't care about any of that.
Seriously.
Because that Art Pepper book, too. Like that Art Pepper book someone suggested is like crazy. It's like his life was crazy. There's like no jazz in it. It's just like how jail and drugs and all this stuff. He was in a cult. Like all this stuff. It's fantastic. And then I get the Thelonious. And then Miles was great. And so I'm cooking now with these jazz biographies. Like they all say Thelonious Monk's insane. Craziest out of all of them. And it's like, in 1850, there was a plantation owner named Arthur Monk.
I don't want any of
And
this.
it's like, and it's hard to know when, such and such, so-and-so and so-and-so got married. You're like, oh, my God. It was on when my daughter got in the car. She's like, what the hell is this? I said, I don't know what your father's doing anymore. People are making fake book jackets about him, and I like the tombstone, even though after I made John and Hardy investigate the photo on the tombstone, which is a photo of me, and I said, we could argue about my face being fat and everything else, but you can't argue with my teeth. And I showed him my teeth right now in my face.
Yeah.
And the teeth that are on that tombstone.
They're different.
And it's not the guy that made the tombstone or the tombstone manufacturer's fault. It's the idiot that took my photo.
Yeah.
And said, that's the photo we're going to use.
I'm surprised you
I look
sat
like
on
I'm
this
getting
for
a
an
rectal
hour.
exam. There was no context. I had other things to complain about.
Been itching in the back of your brain for an hour.
This is a bad time of year, apparently. I'm annoyed by everything.
Yeah.
Matt swallows his L's. It's maddening. Fred, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but Matt, this is Matt, what's his face? McCarthy swallows his L's like, I can't read that. The most annoying thing in the whole wide world. Do you guys hear it? I don't, but I'll tell you this. I'm in a stage of a relationship where the interview ending thing has come up. It's, they're no fan of the show, or not that they don't like it, but just that we're unaware of it. So now we're in the time in the relationship where ending and interview, my mispronunciation of those two things is wildly speculated upon. And I assure the person, 25 years of talking to a microphone, I'm aware. I've heard every angle of this. It's my bad. I will I will let you crucify me.
Yeah, wear the crown of shame, but you're not going to change.
No, and nor do I know if I could. Please stop. I've heard it all before.
Yeah. Hey, guys, just hearing the conversation about bad gifts from relatives, there was a 5-year stretch from 04 to 09 where every holiday gift from my grandparents came from the local As Seen on TV store. This included, but was not limited to, fushigi balls, a shake weight for my mom, because nothing says Christmas like go lose some weight, and my pillow.
That's it.
My pillow.
Well, these all ended up in the trash within days. If it was something interactive, they would insist we make it work. So needless to say, Hardy, I feel your pain about making the robot bug crawl up the wall. Enjoy the 4th, Thomas.
Yeah, there was that As Seen on TV section of Bed Bath & Beyond, which was more fascinating than anything else. And the shake weight, good on the person that made that, because its whole thing was that it looked like a dildo or a vibrator. Like that was the whole thing, like the joke.
That's why it was, it captured everybody's imagination.
It was like the joke if you could actually get someone to hold it unknowingly, like essentially holding a vibrator. And they sell vibrators at Wegmans and CVS. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yes, if you were ever walking in the beauty aisles of Wegmans or CVS, you will find dildos, but there are no fleshlights. So I cry inequality.
Equal opportunity.
Great fleshlight usage in the new show Company Retreat, which is season 2 of Jury Duty. Did you watch Jury Duty?
I saw like a couple episodes.
Yeah. Which is very good with the Mormon juror who enlists the help of the unsuspecting. If you don't know, Jury Duty is shot like a reality show, but everybody in it is an actor except for one person on the jury. And they tell them we're making a reality show about being selected for jury duty, and we're going to be in the deliberations, and we're going to be filming the trial, but everyone's an actor, and crazy stuff happens, including when they're sequestered and the Mormon kid is seduced by another juror, and they enlist this guy to help him engage in soaking, which is really can't get into, but he's asked to move the bed so that this guy can experience sex. But the new season is called Company Retreat, and the one guy hired as a temp is asked to go on the company retreat, and a fleshlight is found in one of the cabins. It's very good.
Okay, I've never used anything before, so this is all. The world is open to me.
Hey, let me start by saying I think German players should have stepped up. But with that said, your argument is backwards because they are the favorite team. They have more grace to mess up. What happened to playing with house money? If you're a team that shouldn't be there playing against a clear favorite, the pressure isn't on them. It's on the clear favorite. Even all of you have said that before. Don't change your beliefs just to fit the argument.
It's all contextual. Like the first round of a knockout with 32 teams left, and you're a wild favorite in a nation conceivably is watching, and it comes down to one kick. Germany losing in the first round of the World Cup to Paraguay isn't going to be remembered forever. Paraguay winning against Germany is it. They don't care anymore. They're playing France. They're not going to win. They don't care. It's like that Cape Verde. It's already won. They've already got murals going up apparently all over the country for the soccer team. Like, there's a point where you've won.
Yeah.
Like, that's Germany. It's just it's a disappointing thing. It wasn't like the hopes were riding on this. It was just, you have to contextualize it. And the house money thing is almost a joke against the Celtics.
Yes.
But we didn't say that. We're reacting to someone else saying
I
that.
don't have a lot of respect for the penalty kicks. It's not an NHL shootout. You're not asking someone to go, take the puck, go on a breakaway that's never had a breakaway since high school hockey. You're asking a soccer player to pick one side or the other and kick the ball in that direction. And sometimes they miss the goal, sometimes they don't. But it's not as though you're asking them to do something so completely beyond their capability that they can't step up and just go do it. And if you fail, I'm not saying it's okay and people are going to be pleased, but people fail on penalty kicks a lot. Not every one is a goal. So just get up there and kick the freaking ball.
How many misses were there in the 2 games that went to PKs? I don't know. I mean, there were
One?
tons.
Oh, there were?
Yeah.
It seems like no one would ever miss.
No. There were a lot of misses.
Oh, that's interesting.
Also, Hardy, don't let them razz you on how many ladders you have. You don't have too many, and needing a ladder to get things in your garage is fine.
Yeah.
You have 4.
Feel better.
4 ladders.
Oftentimes I'm asked, how many ladders do you have, Hardy? And my answer generally is, more than I need, but not as many as I want.
Man, if you were somehow to win the lottery, look out. You'd have a whole
silly with ladders
dedicated
everywhere.
building to
I'm
ladders.
going ladder shopping, and I'm not even like bargain shopping. I'm just walking in. I'm saying that one.
Like ladders you'd be afraid to climb.
Yeah.
Like Jack and the Beanstalk stuff where you'd be seeing giants.
Oh, I borrowed one from a neighbor to get the gutters above the garage, and I couldn't get up there.
Just take the one off the house in front of you.
At this age, I get up above a certain height. I'm like, okay, if I were to fall at this point, it's gonna really, really hurt or worse.
Well, when was the last time you were up high? Like, I mean, that's not something you experience anymore.
When I was on that ladder trying to get the gutters above the garage 3 years ago.
I'm kind of giving you some grace because when you're a little kid, you like climb up to the top of the backstop and jump. Like you're doing a bunch of stupid crap up high.
Yeah.
But I'd say after the age of 10, 11, you stop going up high. So if you're on a ladder, even when I'm like 5 feet in the air, my feet are 5 feet in the air, it's uncomfortable as hell. Because I'm never up that high anymore.
My grandfather used to climb the tree in our front yard. He'd go out there and sometimes we'd be ready to have dinner. And it's like, where's Grandpa? Oh, he's in the tree. He's up there with his red man.
Huh.
Just having a chaw.
What, do you had to climb the tree to do that?
It's like
You call my sister. You think I'm making it up? You call my sister right now. This is not an invented memory.
Oh my God.
This is the same grandfather who they asked him not to go to the Detroit Zoo anymore and stare at the chimps because he made them so angry, and they would lose their mind. And he would just stare at him. He wouldn't yell anything at him, but they did not like Reed Bailey Poole at all.
Well, that's why I say he's like a gorilla. He's just sitting up in a tree.
Yeah.
Like he's got the advantage over everyone because he's up high and he can see.
The whole climbing of the tree to dip is a strange thing to me.
Well, the dip just probably in its chaw. But like
you could sit on the front stoop and do that.
At his house, he would just sit in his chair and he had the empty Del Monte pear or peach can.
Sure.
Next to him, he would spin into that.
Okay.
But I think it was understood it wasn't allowed in the house, because of my mom. So he would go outside to have some chaw, and he would climb up the tree to do it.
I bet you he was 61 years old too when he was doing all that. If that.
It seems like he was much older, but
and I bet you he died like mad young because like that generation.
Yeah.
But,
I could figure out how old he was. That'd be interesting. I'll do that during the break. Let me figure that.
But it's funny. He's like acting like a gorilla up in the tree, and then he goes to the zoo and he stares at the gorillas, and they get all pissed off at him. He's like a gorilla. He's like not involved. That's awesome. They had to tell him to stop going to the zoo. That he went to the zoo enough where they knew him.
Yeah.
It's like, and the zoo's in suburban Royal Oak. I don't mean to go Toscanos on you, but it's not like somewhere that you're just walking by.
But they lived in Clawson, so it made sense. There was like easy to get to, and it was something to just go do with.
Yeah,
the
but
kids.
my point is he didn't live behind it. Like
No.
you had to get in an automobile and drive like a certain amount of miles to
Yeah.
get to the zoo. I mean, I'm just like, if the zoo was in my backyard, I might go enough to bother something. But short of that, I'm going to the zoo once, twice a year. As an adult with no kids, maybe never go to the zoo. It might exist without my knowledge. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Yeah, it's the stack on Toucher and Hardy, which you just heard them say that, and I repeated it. What's going on, Hardy?
I saw Zolak just walk in. I was hoping he would come into the studio for this because this is something he and I have discussed. First, the news is that Victor Willis, the lead singer of the Village People...
What you talking about?
Has died. He died yesterday at the age of 74.
He died yesterday of being dead for 10 years.
The group announced his death to social media and said it was a short but aggressive illness. No further details were
It's like
provided.
Sully Erna of illnesses.
Short.
And aggressive.
Gotcha. But the thing that's most fascinating about this is we had Village People albums in our home. Scott Zolak had Village People albums in his home as a child. Scott and I have both described our fathers, who have both passed, as not being the most tolerant of men, yet they tolerated the Village People being played at all times of day and night. And it was something, I mean, it was YMCA, it was Macho Man, it was In the Navy. We had multiple albums, and they got played a lot. And
so your dad would listen to it?
He did not say, turn that crap off. And he saw the album covers laying around. He wasn't a dumb person, but again, also not the most open-minded. And, you know, the stories about Zoe's father, whom Zoe loved very much, but also was waiting for Zoe one night inside a darkened garage with a wrench after Zoe failed to get in the end zone.
I remember that story.
Four plays in around 4th and 1.
So what did he do with the wrench?
Ask Zoe. I think there
did he
was.
use the wrench, or was it just for threatening?
I believe the wrench was used. Okay? So this is the type of fathers we're talking about. The Village People, though, that's okay. Go ahead. Play it, enjoy it, celebrate it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's not like they didn't know.
What's more odd is that the disco music didn't bug them. Like, because whatever, like, to cover the album, that's, you could, willful ignorance. But just the idea of disco music playing, of anything that would annoy me, like, if just, like, by background noise, it would be probably disco, right? Like, if they played the disco version of Star Wars over and over again, that would be maddening. But if they played, like, War Pigs over and over, it would be fine.
Yeah.
The guy from the Village People died, and I was telling how both your dad and my dad shockingly allow the Village People
One of the gay
in the house.
One of the gay guys.
Victor.
I know one of the gay guys. Like, which gay guy?
One of the five.
The lead singer, Victor Willis.
Shut up.
The cop. Were you planning on seeing him next week? I mean,
some of the next Republican rally was going to be.
It's a tribute at 11 this morning.
If they could get him to play that fair, believe me, they would.
Here's the question.
I fell in love in the Navy, Go West, and obviously YMCA.
Yeah.
And there's another song, too. And that
Macho
cover,
Man.
Macho Man. Like, I used to lift weights a lot, Macho Man, in the basement. My dad's not alive, you could ask him. He used to just crank Macho Man, lift weights in the basement.
Yeah.
And he just bought me all the albums. I had shut up. Sorry. I had a record player, and I had the actual jackets, and I used to stare at them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And our dads had no clue.
Yeah, I think in the...
Not that you think, like, clue of what? Like,
well, I'll tell you,
song, man.
Don't Stop the Music, the opening scene is not only a 15-minute montage of men in short shorts roller skating throughout New York City. The way they introduce the construction worker is he's literally poking his head out of a manhole. Yeah. And I think that is
that symbolism?
A bit of a wink to the audience.
Oh, let's go. Like, Go West was a great song, too.
There's no saying it's not great. There's a bunch of great
But like that video, go back and watch that video on the aircraft carrier. It's
when your dad was waiting for you in the garage with a wrench after you didn't get in the end zone on the 4th and 1.
First and goal to 1, and I didn't get in on 4 tries. He was waiting for me.
What did he do with the wrench?
With what?
He was waiting with a wrench.
Well, he's going to hit me with it.
But he didn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He jacked me, ripped my shirt off, and he jacked me up against the wall. And to this day, my feet will still move. But I'll never run another goal line sneak, but I do the same thing to my son. Last year, he had a 7-yard run on a sneak, and he just went down. I'm like, you're carrying people. Keep going. What are you doing? I waited for him in the garage. Felt good.
I can only imagine if I did that to my son. Like the negative effect that would have on everything that's positive.
I'm telling you.
Be on the phone to mom, I can tell you that.
I don't even know. I think it would just at this stage, it would just freak him out so much he would be out of his mind. I never even negatively critique him as my strategy.
Roman Anthony now over almost 10 weeks on a little finger boo-boo. You know, like.
I've always killed him with realistic praise. I don't know what would happen if I started screwing around with that stuff. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. All right, that'll do it for us. Everyone have a great day. Bye.
Talk to you tomorrow. Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Join 98.5 The Sports Hub for the best watch parties for the biggest matchups in the world. Visit 985thesportshub.com for a full list of events presented by Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.